Feels like yellow usually.
No, bro, it's different.
Is the light closer?
No, the light's close. I don't know what it is.
It does feel that. Maybe it's just like a.
Is it?
Not placebo. I don't know what it is. Like it's just.
Am I tripping?
That's not as bright as it used to be.
That's what I was thinking.
You sure? Yeah. You used to be able to not look at it.
Yeah.
Is one of the ones up top out?
No, it's only one.
There's only one?
Yeah, it's only one bulb. I got another one back there. I don't know why it just feels different.
We can see us though, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, I don't no, it's just mad weird. It just feels weird. And we was out here for a year and it just feels odd.
Yeah.
It's like a rotation. We just sit.
Yeah. Oh, what is good? What is good, everybody? Yes, we were back out here. We have our special guest. Actually, I was gonna hit you with the intro, but So this is Miles in the flesh. This man has been a supporter of the pod since day one. Florida fan, Jags fan, Lakers fan. This brother has seen it all. Poverty days. This man has seen glory days. He has seen it all. So definitely appreciate you. Go ahead.
Yo, man. I appreciate. Man, I appreciate y'all letting me on, man. We about to make it live up in here, man. You think First Take had something? Well, they ain't about to have nothing tonight, boy. They ain't about to have nothing tonight, boy.
Hey, yeah, we definitely appreciate y'all. Y'all been, thank you, DE, for being in the chat, bro. Thank you, Jeremy Rogers, for being in the chat, man.
Jeremy, man.
Yeah. Definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. We definitely about to get into it. So, I know, DE, I know you were talking about what I put in the comments. So, we definitely going to kick it off, fellas. Definitely going to kick it off. And my fault, I actually meant to toss it y'all to hit the intro, but it's a special. No, I got you. No, Devin, you going to kick us off next week. I didn't forget about you. Yeah, you going to kick us off next week. So, before we get into today's episode, I came across a very good question. Best college quarterback in this list, and everybody can go around after. Cam Newton, Johnny Manziel, Vince Young, Tim Tebow. Go ahead, Ronnie. Kick us off.
You do? Tim Tebow.
Timmy T.
Well, because I followed like every game from him as a kid, but it's so subjective because I would say electricity-wise, Manziel.
Yeah.
Overall body of work, I'd go Tebow.
Mm-hmm.
But something's telling me Cam too. I'm not putting Vince Young in there. No diss to him, but
yeah. He's just not on your radar.
I'm gonna go Tim. Yeah, I'll go Tim.
Yeah.
Just like an overall body work.
Mm-hmm.
I give it to him. What do you got?
I rock with Johnny.
Johnny. Yeah. Johnny football.
100%.
Yeah.
He got it in a chokehold back.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You couldn't go anywhere without seeing that.
It wasn't even football at that point. Whatever that man did.
No, it was always
spotlight.
Drake.
Yes.
Everywhere he went.
Yo, man, that's a good list though. You know what, man? My heart is telling me Tim Tebow, man. You know, just like how Ronnie said, you know, man. And I followed that man like from his like freshman year all the way up to like his senior year. And, you know, man, it was, I think it was kind of hard because like, man, what you saw, like trying to bring him down, like as a freshman, nobody could bring that man down.
He was
like,
not built like a QB.
Yeah, man. He was not built like a QB. Like that man was like a linebacker, like, you know, throwing the ball like a quarterback, man. But man, you know what? And it's also hard too, because then the other side of it, man, is like Cam. Because I saw a little bit of Cam when he was with Florida, but man, that run he did with Auburn was incredible. I'm gonna go with Tebow just with my Florida fandom, but man, Cam is like below, man, because what he did was just like incredible.
So DE said, if you say Tebow, you better do the thing. Florida boys, what that was the thing?
What's the Tebow?
Yeah, Tebow. Yeah. DE said he went young because he's the OG, but career-wise, Tebow.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah, I would say career.
college career-wise. Yeah, if we're just basing it off that.
It's still hard though, man, because like you were saying, like Cam is just like just even that 1 year in Auburn, like that was just like wow. Like I still remember, I think it was either the Alabama game or it was LSU where he had I think it was Alabama. They were down like 21-3 or 24-3, something like that. And he brought them back, so it was like that was wild.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I gotta go Cam.
Yeah,
That's just, it's really no disrespect to every other quarterback because Tebow, crazy impact. Manziel, I mean, this man had everything in the palm of his hands. As far like, bro was a walking media like craze. It was crazy.
It was like Vince Young.
Yes,
like,
Vince, and literally Vince Young too.
Yeah.
Yes, I think what really captured me with Cam was just how much of just his character.
Yeah,
I mean, Tebow had character. No disrespect to Johnny. I mean, that man was just an asshole. But it was like he was but that's what made him.
Yeah.
Just him being an asshole. But but
he backed it up though. That was the thing.
Motherfuckers hated him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But he won.
And now looking back on how many games was he hung over? How many?
Right.
You know what I'm
It
saying?
didn't
And he was still
matter. Bro was going ham. Torching my dad's favorite college team. Like what?
Honestly, that was like the first time because I was in college, and that was the first time where I actually heard of like Texas A&M because they had just came over to the SEC.
Literally.
And it was Florida, I think, first game against Texas A&M, and man, like Menzel, like dang near like torched Florida. Like Florida ended up winning, but it was like close.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because it was just something about Cam that just made me be like an Auburn fan. And I ain't even mess with Auburn like that.
Right.
But it was just because Cam just controlled the whole he really took that junk by the strap, pause, and ran with it. I said pause, y'all. I said pause. DE said that Cam in college was different. That's really hard debate, but Tebow's the answer because he won 2 natties. That is tough. Yeah.
See, the thing with Cam too is like I know we're talking about just college, but he did that in college, and then went right to the NFL and still did it.
Right.
MVP,
Right. That's what
he went crazy. He had I think it's hard to say right now. I'd say he probably had the best college to NFL career of any quarterback.
Definitely.
I feel like the transition was natural.
Yes.
Just the longevity didn't hold up. His body broke down a little bit. For now, yeah, we'll see.
You got CJ Stroud. And
100%.
Last season wasn't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That wasn't a fluke.
No.
Yeah, that wasn't a fluke.
There's no way with that talent and the roster. I'm not trying to discredit it, but when he's throwing to Noah Brown and
I mean, to me, those are skilled guys, but they just wouldn't work out on any team.
Exactly. You couldn't put them on like a B-level team with a mid quarterback and do the same thing.
Right, because a lot of these teams now need like star wide receiver, and you need complementary pieces. They all fit because they're all young and they're all fast and they all have skill.
Like Nico Collins didn't break out until CJ threw him, and he had over 1,000 yards.
And then who the hell was Noah Brown?
Yeah, exactly.
You know? Like
people weren't picking him up in fantasy until he started throwing it. Yeah,
right.
And it was wild too because and again, I think no disrespect to Vince Young, but man, with Tebow, he had Percy Harvin, he had a certain tight end that we probably can't mention. Can we mention Hernandez? Aaron Hernandez. Yeah, we had Aaron Hernandez. He had Riley Cooper. He had he had like
we can't bring him up.
Right. We ain't gonna bring up Cooper. All right, but he had a good field around him. Johnny Manziel. He had Mike Evans. And what was it? Cam. I forgot who was. He had a decent running back, I think, in college. And they all won the Heisman.
Dallas. What kind of name is that?
Oh, he plays for Dallas?
He played for Dallas.
I was gonna say that it was a good running back, wide receiver, and they all won the Heisman. And then it was with Vince Young, it was I can't even think who was Texas, who he had with Texas, but then it was
You want to bet?
he wasn't even the best player
See,
like
what's
that
the-
year because it was like, man, I still think it was Reggie Bush.
Right.
You know, Reggie was. Man,
Yeah.
Reggie, get your Heisman back, man. I agree, man. Get your Heisman back, Reggie.
We agree. Get your Heisman back.
Yeah.
D made a good point, but Cam was the team, and so was Young and Manziel. So that's what really makes this question difficult because like these quarterbacks were literally the entire team because no one really thought like who was on the team other than the QB,
Right.
and you know that they were going to come out and perform every day, or I'm sorry, every weekend. So. But I also meant to preface this too. I was doing an introduction for Miles. So when we first started, I was figuring out how to upload our videos on YouTube. He's actually been on the podcast before. I believe this man was on our 3rd or 4th episode when we first started. Because when we first started, I uploaded the first video that is on the page. And then the second, third video, we were uploading, we were recording, but again, trying to figure stuff out. So he's actually been on the pod before. Just wanted to throw that out there. So let's kick things off. We want to jump straight into March Madness. So my bracket, I don't know about everybody else. My bracket was over with the first week.
Quickly. Yeah.
After we got off the pod,
Yeah.
I think it was like 1 or 2 days.
Yeah, it didn't take long. Yeah.
I say yeah.
I think I hit a couple, and then most of them were just bombed.
Flopped. Finagled.
I think Oakland beating Kentucky pretty much screwed up. 80%.
Oh yeah. Oh, and my Kansas out of there.
Yeah.
You clapping?
No, I'm clapping for Oakland.
Oh,
I'm clapping for Oakland, man.
gonna be some.
Kentucky, man.
Gonna be some. This whole episode is gonna be a racial dispute. Word. I was like, what?
I think it's crazy that Jack Golke kid
Yes.
did not attempt anything besides a three, and the threes he was hitting were like contested, like double coverage, hand in the face, and he just was like, "I'm gonna shoot it," and it was in. Everyone was green. It was like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, that man had that quick trigger on Hall of Fame.
I don't know how he did it, but
He was on a podcast that I watched, and the only thing that he practices is threes. I think he said his like whole season he's only made two.
yeah, there was two pointers the whole season. He's attempted like 200 or 300 3-pointers. Yeah, he just I don't know what
Coach believes in that man. Oh, Devin, you getting some slander for your athletics hat. Bro said F the athletics hat, go Guards. They play them tomorrow.
Oh,
The guards.
Guard.
you can't slander an Oakland fan.
Yeah.
They don't exist.
Oh yeah. It's
The
weird
Las
when
Vegas Athletics.
it's weird when you don't slander them.
It's an Oakland hat, by the way. This is not a Las Vegas hat.
Oh, it's an Oakland hat. Oh, okay.
It will be in about 3 years.
Oh, facts.
Nope.
Facts.
This was purchased when they were in Oakland.
Oh, okay.
It'll stay in Oakland.
So we are. Is this the Sweet 16?
Yeah.
So we got.
God, did you save your bracket, dude? I don't even think I can get into mine anymore.
Yeah, mine. I'm not even about to. My junk gone. I think I tossed mine like forever ago. After Kentucky lost, I said, yeah, I'm good.
I need to make one this year, man. It was. I just knew it was gonna be trash. Like, it
Well, now
was
it's, I
horrible, absolutely horrible.
think we're in the Elite Eight, actually.
I think we'll be in the Elite Eight after this weekend. I think
yes.
we're in the Sweet 16.
Yeah, so we're in the Sweet 16 right now. Devin, bro said, purchase it now, sell it later. That hat about to be a collectible. That is
Very rare.
that hat about to be a collectible.
It's vintage, dog.
Oh, I found my bracket. Yeah, we are in.
Yeah,
We're in the Elite Eight?
yeah,
We're in 16.
we in Sweet 16 that starts tomorrow.
My dumbass didn't scroll down.
Oh, because I'm just looking at my pick. Yeah.
I went like this, and then at the top it says Elite Eight. So I was like, oh, are we actually?
So how are we feeling about the Sweet 16? Does anybody have any any teams to watch? Anything so far?
Man, I think, man, like are we talking about men's or women's?
We could do men's right now.
We could do men's right now. Man, I think I think that Purdue is actually probably going to be the first number 1 seed that's probably going to go down.
Yeah.
Zach Edey, I just think that, man, dude is, first off, I didn't even know dude was from Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, he's from Orlando. So I'm over here. I'm like, bro, how did Florida miss out on this cat, man?
Yeah.
Like,
what
what are y'all doing right now, man? But I don't know, man. I just think like when he runs up against like another good like center, because I was watching it and I was seeing like these other centers who were kind of like big bodied and ones who like are bodying down low, and I'm just like, man, he's just tall. So I'm thinking, man, like if he gets out of the game, because I think he's averaging close to like 30 a game right now. So, I think Purdue's probably going to be the first number 1 to go down. But man, I'm thinking that it's probably going to come. I don't know what side they're on. I don't know if they're going to play each other if they get to the national championship. But I'm thinking it might be UConn. Oh, I appreciate you. I think it might be end up being. Oh, okay. So Purdue and Gonzaga. I mean, Purdue's probably gonna make it to the Elite Eight because I never trust Gonzaga. Gonzaga always chokes, like at the very end, man. I'll tell you one who I'm actually rooting for, and I think that they may pull off the upset and get to the Elite Eight is NC State. Man, have you been like paying attention to NC State? They played because I think they were like the 9th or 10th seed in the ACC tournament. Played 5 games straight, won the ACC tournament, and now in the Sweet 16. So I'm thinking NC State's probably going to be that Cinderella team that probably makes it to the Final Four, to be honest with you.
They got that big old D tackle.
Yeah.
That's a big boy.
That's what I'm saying. Like when Edey goes up against him, like I'm thinking, man, you ain't gonna be able to do that for him. Like, he's done.
DJ Burns. D said DJ Burns is thick. God, pause. He said, bro said pause. Yeah, that brother big. Pause. And bro said F Edey. Yeah, bro said F Edey. Yeah. So F him. And D says NC State over Marquette. That's solid. Fellas, how y'all feeling so far? Bracket.
Brackets. I do have my final.
Oh, you got a Final Four?
My Final Four
is cooked.
I put UAB in there. I put UAB in the Final Four against North Carolina. So I still got North Carolina, Duke, and Purdue. Yeah. So we're still 3 out of 4, but something about UAB, they just looked at me and I was like, just the one Cinderella team.
Nah, bro.
They did get bounced first round. You got San Diego State.
I was gonna say, I mean, it just looked like it, like when you were looking at like the Cinderella teams, like, man, I was really hoping Oakland was gonna be the one that at least got to the Elite Eight, man.
You said it wasn't a Cinderella story. They got bounced the next round.
I mean, then they got bounced in the next round. So
he got his 15 minutes. He's probably gonna sell some shit in like 2 years. But
well, man, I heard that I guess when after Oakland beat Kentucky, I guess the coach was saying that their shop, their online like team apparel shop shut down. Because I guess like a whole bunch of Louisville fans like ended up buying Oakland merchandise. So I was like, because Louisville and Kentucky are like huge rivals. So I guess like their whole like thing got shut down after they ended up beating Kentucky. So but when we get on later, man, I got something to say about Kentucky, man, because I don't know how John Calipari still got a job, man.
I agree with At what point does it end? I don't know. Yeah.
So D said he got Houston winning it all, but he's usually wrong. So we that could be interesting. So as of right now, my Final Four, I'm looking at Duke, UConn, Purdue,
Boilermakers.
in NC.
Okay.
That was a shot in the dark, but hey,
Still alive.
none of them things are landing. I'm just letting y'all know. If anything, Purdue might be the only one. As far as how John Calipari still has a job, man, I don't know. Is it time for him to
Like a Belichick, take it behind the barn and
maybe?
Yeah, mutually part ways. I'm just saying, bro. That's what they did.
Kentucky gave him like a lifetime like contract after he won that national championship with Anthony Davis and all them, and that was what 2010, 2011.
Yeah.
So it's been like 13 years since then, and since then they've made the national championship I think once, because that was in 2014 when they played UConn and lost, and then they made the Final Four, but I think they lost to Wisconsin. That was when they were undefeated, and they were trying to go for that undefeated streak, and like I said, they lost, and then it's like ever since then, it's just been like they've been bounced like in the second round, they've been bounced in the first, they didn't make the tournament. I remember like 1 year, so after a while, it's just kind of like when does it stop? Like I know I was looking at their fan thread. I think it's Big Blue Sea or whatever, the SB Nation, like their little thread, and like everybody on there was like, Cal needs to go, like Calipari needs to go, like they're just sick of it. So that's why I never understood those like lifetime contracts. Like why would you like give somebody that, like, because it's just like, okay, he's set now, so it's like if he doesn't win like another championship or win another game, like I mean he's good, it's just like that oh man, who is it with Jimbo Fisher at Texas A&M. Man, you give him that huge contract and
oh man, that didn't work
nothing worked out for him. So it's like, why give these coaches these huge contracts or these like huge extensions when it's just like, okay, hey, they don't even need to win another game, like they're good.
Jimbo's living life right now.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
like all of that was guaranteed.
Yeah,
right.
All that money was guaranteed.
Under 500 record, I think, the whole time he was there. I don't think they made like maybe one bowl game.
And they made like one or two.
Yeah. But
at
the end,
like
not worth it. Yeah, not worth it.
Right. So Jeremy, he said that he has UConn, UNC, Houston, and Creighton as his Final Four.
That's mine, except Creighton is Tennessee.
Okay.
Oh, you had Tennessee in there, didn't you?
And then DE said he hopes that we get a part 3 of Duke and UNC for the final. Yeah, that would be.
I would like Duke to go all the way. Don't make fun of me, but you know what?
You mother. Get off this man's nuts. I'm playing. I gotta get both. Like
I'm glazing him. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh, hello right now. Good God.
Also, I don't appreciate the slander on Twitter. Every time this man has a bad game, they post that other guy that looks like him. Have you seen those videos?
No.
They're like, Jason, we need you to score 30 points. And then it's like this guy doing like TikTok dances.
Yeah.
I don't appreciate him.
Oh, no. Yeah, they got your mans out there. Who taught
you how to tie a tie?
Jason Tatum. There's a video on there.
My God.
Yeah.
Is there anything else we want to get into with college basketball? I'm upset that my Blue Jays are my Blue Hawks. The Kansas Jayhawks, Blue Hawks. That damn bird.
Birds.
Actually, y'all, I don't know what my affinity is for liking teams with a fucking bird and they lose.
So side note, my boy Jeremy, he's actually an Eagles fan.
So Jeremy, what is our affinity for liking birds and they lose? Our other podcast host, Devin, he is also a Philly fan. So we all have an affinity for the birds.
So it's actually really wild. I just want to say this. So Jeremy, like, bro, you my dog. So Jeremy, he is no. So he's an Eagles fan.
Yeah.
But then he's a Celtics fan, a Bruins fan,
Oh.
and a Red Sox fan.
So, wait, I don't know how to feel about that. Like, I'm happy.
I'm dead serious. Like I was like, I was like, yo, like, how does that work? So
you missed out on the Brady here. I love it, but I'm confused. I respect it. I don't know.
Your boy Zach said that UNC beats Duke no problem.
Yeah, so he's got a UNC thing going on.
Oh, okay. Got you.
I don't see it.
Yeah, DE. Yeah, I'm. Hey, man, he likes his teams, bro. A Philly fan, but then he went up north and joined Ronnie and his debauchery.
Philly fan. I think he has like the other ones. Jeremy, if you're still watching, bro, because I remember you told me, but I think his dad is the Philly fan, or his dad is the Boston fans, and I think he's a Philly fan.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I get that. That happens.
Okay, got you. Yeah. Nah,
not him. No, his dad's everything Boston.
Would
have been nice.
Weird how Philly and Boston are just
always connected,
intertwined. I don't know why.
There's gonna come a point where we like don't hate each other at all. We're just gonna like unison. Like I don't even hate the Eagles. I really don't.
The two fan bases are polar opposites, but we have.
Are you sure?
Not all the way.
Not all the way. 60-40.
I think it's close.
60-40.
Both volatile when someone sucks.
100%.
Okay. When someone leaves town.
Oh, actually, nah. If they suck.
Jalen requested a trade to the Giants. You wouldn't want to ever see him again.
Seeing how I've been slandering bro ever since the season ended, I'm like.
I think it depends on the player. You're right. Like
it really.
Parker went to the Philly. I'm like.
JJ Ortega-Whiteside, who? Jalen Reagor, who? Motherfucking help me out, bro. Who? Anybody? Bradbury? I'm sorry, that slipped out. No, it didn't.
Bradbury? That slipped out. Bradbury?
I think the comparison is that Philly and New England fans care about their team.
100%.
Like, I feel like there's more revolving around sports in those cities than like politics.
100%.
Like anything else.
Yeah,
F
all that.
Yeah, the game's on. No, everyone's going.
Yeah.
So I think that's like the passion's there.
Oh yeah, priorities in check.
It's
Your house on fire? Let me go to this game first.
Let me grab my jersey. Wait. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. He was cooking babies.
Right. Get the children in my jerseys. Oh man, y'all want to get into some? Y'all want to get into some football, bro?
Some football,
man. So the XFL rule change. Oh, the NFL. I am tweaking today.
I have an opinion, but I don't know how. I really don't know how I feel about it.
Oh, I thought I was about to say, I'm like, bro, we gonna cook you, but then we'll agree with you after we cook you.
I think it's exciting, but it's it's exciting. No, listen, it's the way that they're gonna start formatting the kickoffs. Yeah, but it eliminates like the big plays, like the Devin Hester plays, like the OG. Like, what's the point of Cordero Patterson? He just signed with the Steelers. I'm like, bro, you're a kickoff specialist.
That creates the big plays. I saw it laid out.
It does, but like
create so many kickoff returns.
But like my favorite moment is like when Devin Hester gets the opening kickoff in the Super Bowl. The flash bulbs are going.
Bro,
that ball goes all the way down the field and he comes back.
Bro,
it looks weird now.
I don't mean to Kanye you, but kickoffs is about literally going through, seeing an opening as soon as you catch the ball, using your skills to create an opening for you and go down the field from 99 from the 1 yard line. Now,
or getting popped. Some dude running full speed.
I mean, I know you play defense, but like, let's be honest. Like, how often does that happen?
It's fun. You think concussions are fun?
Oh yeah. This man a barbarian. This man a barbarian.
Go watch the UFC.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Call this man Dave. He a barbarian. Yeah, that's over your head for those who don't know. Come on. Let's see. So Zach said, I don't like how there will be no surprise onside kicks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because I think it's the fun element of the game.
Exactly.
Like, you're like, whoa. I didn't know they were going to do that.
Shout out to the NFL for proving that the no fun league should be the new standard.
Are we like on the topic of the rule changes then?
Yeah. Let's talk about
the hip drop.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
That's the most notable one.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the one that's going to. Oh, see this. It all comes off bad. Like if I say how I feel, then it seems like I promote injuries, but I don't.
It's the beauty of this podcast. You get to say what you want.
To me, it's very. I don't see how it's feasible to tackle someone.
Right.
Like a Derrick Henry or someone like big, fast, strong, whatever, without going down to your hip and using real momentum to pull him back.
Right.
Because at that point, you're just running full speed and you're going to try to wrap him. And he's going fast enough where he's just going to break through.
Right.
And I get it, though. It's like we dealt with that a lot last year, a lot of hip drop injuries. But like especially the Marky Andrews one, if you watch that, there was no way for him to get tackled without the hip drop. There was no way.
I say that, too, because of the Jordan Travis. Because that was a hip drop that turned into this man's leg turning into a hockey stick.
Okay, went through a meat grinder. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Yeah. So like, I understand. Like every year they get rid of defense as far as like how to tackle. Y'all might cook me, chat. Please don't unsub. But I think I'm okay with it because of the injury side. I just see that I've seen a lot of people out for the season. Due to hip tackles.
It would seem like it was more prominent last year. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But
also, have we seen a lot of ACL injuries this year?
I would say turf.
Of anything?
I would say turf.
Turf.
Yeah.
So what's
a lot of non-contact injuries?
Whoa.
Okay, we can't let him talk. We can't let him talk anymore.
So, so yeah, we're gonna end this. Yeah, we're gonna end this episode. He's speaking the truth. We're gonna silence him. We're ending the episode. Nah. He make a good point though. Yeah. We're never gonna get that addressed.
I don't know, man. I just think that it's probably gonna turn into like, what's the? Because I know. Well, yeah. Because I mean, you know, we were talking about it like in the chat, and you know, like how it. For sure, it prevents like injury, but then it's just like, okay, like where does it stop? Like the roughing the passer, man, like that has just turned into like you know what I'm saying? So it's yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like at this point, like man, just go ahead and give them flags and let's just turn it into like flag football at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And there's gonna be so many people, like defenders, are gonna get cooked because they're gonna be like, "Oh, he can't tackle."
Fact.
Like, yeah, but
that's literally where we're getting towards.
If he tackled the way he was taught, then,
right?
You know. Now the question is, if they do a hip drop tackle, is that like a 15-yard penalty?
Ooh, that's a fine. That's a smooth fine.
That's like probably a fine too.
A small fine, and then it's a 15-yard penalty.
Okay. I don't know though. It might be worth it if like they're about to go for it. Like, let's say they're like open field, one defender.
Kids
off the touchdown.
Don't quote me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, at this point, if I'm in high school, I play defense. I'm switching to offense.
Offensively.
Mm-hmm.
When have they changed anything for offense?
They've made it all pro offense.
Exactly.
I mean, well, they also were mad about it. I don't know if it's in there somewhere, but they were mad about the points per game being lower. So you got to think they're going to keep raising it now with
they got
all the penalties. Now there's no hip drop tackle. So
and then the kickoff.
Yeah. But the production of play at the QB position has gone down drastically.
100%.
When's the last time? Yeah, drastic go down. Shout out Scott Steiner. When's the last time we saw like, correct me if I'm wrong, like a 40, 50-yard touchdown season from a QB? Like it's been a little while.
Like a 40, 50-yard pass?
No. Like the whole season, like threw for like 40 touchdowns.
Oh,
has it not been a little bit? I feel like
I would say maybe due to
might have been Mahomes a couple years ago.
I would say due to the running game being more prominent. It depends on like the team that has a good running back.
Didn't have one last year.
No, it was a down year for him. Well, down year. I mean, it was still a good year.
I'd probably say I'd probably say it was in the 30 ballpark as far as touchdowns.
Let me see. I'm trying to find the last.
Yeah, as soon as I get this set up, boom, right there.
Yeah. So we had. Yeah, so we had Mahomes was at, this is passing, 2022 he was at 26 touchdowns passing.
Mm-hmm. He did have, I think it was Edwards-Helaire or Isaiah McKinnon.
Jarek McKinnon, Isaiah Pacheco.
No. Edwards-Helaire at the running back spot at that time.
Oh, this time, yeah. Edwards-Helaire and McKinnon.
They still had a running game at the time.
But no, the last. Okay, Herbert threw for 38 in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
That was the highest. Yeah, no one's hit 40 since 2016.
And that's when he had a healthy Keenan and Mike Evans.
Yeah.
Is this rookie?
No, he was a rookie in 2020, COVID year. Yeah, so it was his second.
Yeah. I wouldn't say more. It wouldn't be a down year. Maybe injuries.
Yeah, I mean, well, last year was just not a good year for play. So many quarterbacks got hurt that we were seeing backup after backup.
It was a bad year. I think this past season was a bad season.
We're obviously always going to watch, but the level of play, it'd be like, oh, Jake Browning's going against Aiden O'Connell. I'm like,
it was a backup.
Bro,
it was a backup league. Yeah, it was a backup season last season.
Yeah, and they did fine in their roles, but we're not watching, Breeze and Manning or not the same level. But
right.
I think they're trying to shore up injuries, but obviously they got to do something about the level of play because last year was just not.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was bad. But overall, so we're not okay with the hip drop. We think it's dumb.
I think it affects the level of play. I'm okay with it for player safety, but it's kind of one of those things where it's like you just know what you're getting into.
So.
Oh yeah, no, man.
Oh no! I thought you were about to say something.
No.
Oh, I was gonna say, motherfuckers better tackle. Like you gotta. So people gotta play defense. Be right on their defense. Gotta.
It could change schemes too. I mean, it's hard to say, but
so with that being said, are we gonna see a lot more blitzes? Maybe a lot more coverage, forcing them to run the football. Maybe
a little more press. I don't know. I mean.
Press the receivers?
Yeah.
Press
man.
Right, though. I mean, I think you're probably going to want to see more people either wanting to go to maybe D-line or probably want to switch over because it's like Ronnie was saying, as a middle linebacker or a cornerback, if Derrick Henry's coming through the middle, you just stand trying to tackle him is just not.
If you're out of position,
not happening.
And he's behind you. Well, then the only way. I mean, you're not going to just lay out as far like Superman and try to pull him to it. It's not gonna happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So it's just as a defender, what are your options at that point?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, you have none.
You do the Fred Warner.
Fred Warner.
Yeah. Jump. You know?
Yeah.
Jumps and then hits the dude.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's creative. I mean, you're not getting fined, and you brought the man down.
This boy ran across the field, jumped over some dude, through the air, hit him.
Oh my god. All right, so we're gonna see what these updates are talking about since we last left off. So we talked about. I know there was some more signings since we left off.
Yeah, we had a couple.
Jimmy G talking about his suspension.
Someone said they signed Jimmy G just to model their clothes.
I can see that. I see that.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, that's facts. I can see that.
Yeah.
Arrest warrant to issue for Lions. Oh yeah, I think we talked about that.
Did they ever find him? Anyone ever figure out maybe if he was? Well, I don't want to be morbid, but is he dead?
Unless
Cam Sutton just been gone for
Yeah, no. So instead of authorities in Florida, of course this man's in Florida.
Yeah, where else would he be?
Man, I swear Florida, do better. Authorities in Florida have issued a arrest warrant for Detroit Lions cornerback Cameron Sutton for alleged DB. Buzzwords for YouTube. DB. Yeah. Basically, for strangulation. Yeah, for strangulation. So, all right. So, yep, we just talked about the rule change.
I probably.
Yeah, we talked about Aaron Donald retiring. Bro said he felt burnt out. I get it.
He pretty much said I did too much. Like there's nothing else for me to do.
I mean, you won. You did the thing and won the chip. So
he didn't want to go through a whole another training camp and extended our whole season. So I mean, I get it. It makes sense.
Well,
do you guys think we're going to be seeing like players retiring earlier and earlier, like younger and younger? That's what I should say. Because isn't Darnold like 33, 34? Isn't he like 33, 34?
Yeah. He might not even.
Aaron Darnold.
Yeah.
Like he's like 33, 34. So like.
Yeah, he's not old. He's definitely not past 34.
Yeah, like do you just think we're gonna start seeing more people just retiring like early after they like
I can see
accomplish? I mean, like Calvin Johnson, how wasn't he like
31?
Yeah, 31, 32 when he retired.
Aaron Donald's 32. Yeah,
What?
Yeah. His birthday's in May, so I mean, yeah.
That's just nuts, man.
32?
He did enough in his career to be a Hall of Famer already. So like he's probably looking at it like, why am I just gonna keep going? The Rams are winning the Super Bowl in the next couple of years.
I mean, but his work ethic too, like took a toll on him. Like every off season.
Well, it's surprising too because like when Barry Sanders retired, he wanted to go out on top. He knew what Detroit was. They weren't getting past the hump. He wanted to go out on top. Calvin Johnson went out on top. Aaron Donald did. I'm surprised we haven't seen more players do that. Calvin was hurt. He was breaking down.
Kuechly went out.
Kuechly was hurt.
Kuechly was hurt.
His brain was like, that video of him when he got hit and he started crying because he didn't know where he was. I was like, bro, he's got to against the Saints. But yeah, he had to go. But yeah, I think you're right. I think we're gonna see more players. Van Der Esch, yeah, he just couldn't get back on the field. Yeah.
Like I just think like with Brady, he was what 40?
45
when he retired. Like it was just like.
And realistically, he could have kept playing if he wanted to.
Oh, for sure, because he originally wanted to go till he was 50, right?
Yeah. That was his plan.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember the athlete who I think he was with San Fran for like 5-6 seasons, and then he retired early due to concussion?
Patrick Willis.
I know it was Patrick Willis. It was somebody else.
There was one dude that got drafted. He was not.
I think he played for San Fran, not Pat.
Was he like a good player?
I remember.
There was one dude. Was it like a white dude linebacker?
Yes. Yeah, there we go. We cooking. I just don't remember his name.
And he like had like a whole 60 minutes documentary.
Yes.
About, like he did brain studies and he was like, no, I can't do this anymore.
And that was early too, before they started changing things.
This was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh man, what was his name?
I forget his name. I'm drawing a blank. I just remember that he played for San Fran. He went on about like concussion. I think he had a bunch of concussions prior to him.
Chris Borland.
Okay.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
32. Yeah.
Yeah. He had a bunch of concussions leading up to that.
Yeah. Yeah. He had concerns of head trauma as well.
Mm-hmm.
You can stretch the play age with quarterbacks.
Oh yeah.
That's the safest.
With the rules
Literally.
now, it's
yeah.
Now the only thing is like with the Josh Allens and the Mahomes of the world, I think they're gonna have to tailor their game back a little bit because Allen can't play till 40 realistically the way he plays.
Right.
He's taking a beating every game. So
I'm thinking too, it's probably gonna end up like because I know like a lot of parents are now starting to be like hey I don't want my kid to play football. I don't want like my kid to get like injured. So I was talking with one of my friends about it, man. I can see it like, maybe 20, 25 years, man. I mean, football, I don't think it's going to go away. The NFL is going to be like forever, but, we may start seeing people like retiring younger, or, you're probably just going to have like a hard time trying to, I wouldn't say like field a football team, but you're just going to have like a hard time like trying to get people to like come to the NFL, especially like with the whole NIL ordeal.
Yeah.
I mean, with the NIL, I think you guys may have touched on it, but Caleb Williams, this past season made $10 million.
Yeah.
In NIL money. So if I'm Caleb Williams, I'm just like, well, screw the NFL. I have $10 million. I'm pretty much set for life. Go invest it. Go do whatever.
Yeah.
So some of these college kids, if they're making this type of money, and then let's just be honest, I mean the money's just going to continue to go up later on down the year.
Yeah.
So like these kids are going to be like, why do I need to go to the NFL? Like I'll just go do something else.
Right.
So I mean, I just think the way, and they're trying to make football more safer, but then it's like, you're taking away the aspect of it being football. So it's like, how do you fix it?
And then you have like a two-sport player who plays football and baseball.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, look at this dude who came from Japan who signed a $900 million deal.
Dude,
Maybe you should play baseball instead.
Oh yeah.
And the worst thing that's happened, you get hit with like a 90-mile-an-hour fastball.
Yeah. You're playing like 162 games, which is obviously more, but like, it's less strain on your body. I mean, and you're making crazy money. I think it's more so like the kids coming out of college are going to be the ones that want to prove themselves, that aren't going to get the NIL money. Yeah. But like, the Caleb Williams, I'm like, what? Why am I leaving college? Give me like a reason for it. I'm making more money than I would my rookie year. So, yeah.
I think how the NFL is setting up right now, it's going to put more workload on the players, and which what you were saying, they're going to retire earlier. So I remember Ronnie mentioned it, 18-week football.
20 week.
20 week.
20 week, 18 games.
20 week, 18 game football, taking away preseason. That means season ends later, and then the season ends later, and then it's almost become like the NBA thing, where the NBA, when the season starts, it ends in June and starts back up in October.
October, yeah.
That's what we're gonna be seeing. So now dudes pile on injuries, shortening their careers. That's literally what's gonna be it.
Go ahead.
I feel like you need like a preseason now.
You saw them get rid of one game.
The thing with the preseason is they do have, that's a way to weed out, like, you get an undrafted free agent. You're putting him in real game time action to see if he's worthy enough to make the team. But I think for the NFL's greediness, because I don't condone the 20 game season.
Right.
That would involve 2 bye weeks, 18 games. But I think they're going to do it because they want more money.
Correct.
The ratings, I feel like, have never been higher in football. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but like the Peacock game last year was at like, what, 18, 20 million?
Yeah. And now our Eagles game is going to be, it's going to be streamed.
And then Amazon gets the rights to the exclusive.
Yeah, it's going to be streamed.
The Brazil game is streamed on Peacock, which is obviously going to be high. The ratings are going to be high on that.
Right.
And then Amazon got the wild card game. So it'll be the same way in January with Peacock as it was this past year. But, it's all about money, man. It's a business. So and that's why these dudes, I'm like, I don't blame them for retiring. Like, you're expendable.
Exactly.
Take care of yourself. You made the money. You have the good accolades. You're happy. Then dip out. But.
And then piggybacking off of what you said with the NIL deals, like, it's a detriment to the game. But now, like, with the whole Deion Sanders thing, now they're controlling the future.
Yeah.
So
I don't want them to play in cold weather.
So now, if that's the case, only 10 teams would be drafting everybody.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's
all the Florida teams. I guess what do you define as like cold weather? Because I mean, it gets cold in Atlanta, but
talking about snow.
Snow. Okay, so like not Denver.
I think he's talking.
Not Denver.
Yeah,
not Denver.
Not California.
Not Philly.
I could see California.
No Midwestern.
No Midwestern team. So no New England.
No New England. No.
Yeah.
No
New York. Yeah.
A good landing spot for him. I know this is way too premature. The Rams, if Stafford retires, I feel like that would be like perfect for them.
No Chicago.
No Chicago.
No Chicago. No Green Bay.
I'm pretty sure Caleb Williams does not want to play in Chicago.
Yeah, so take out the whole.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think he does. No.
Yeah, no.
The NFC North.
Well, so did you see what he said? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, man. So I guess like the Bear. I don't know if this was like a rumor or true. I saw it on Bleacher Report, but I guess they were going to be giving him like his own. They were going to give him like a access card, I guess, into the. Did you see that?
Now,
the
that
access card
from. I think it was. What's the big newspaper in Chicago? Was it the Tribute or something?
Yeah, Chicago
that
Tribune.
Was on because I double checked it. I'm like, this got to be fake, but it was on there. Like they posted it, so I'm like, it could be. I mean, they said is that tampering, and it's like, well, technically not, because if they're gonna pick him, then they can get the process rolling early. But that's just weird to me. Yeah,
right. Because I guess they're trying to see, like, hey, like, try to build a bond like with the teammates early, and trying to get in to see, like, I guess like his like work ethic and everything like that. But I think I was saying on here on the pod, like, I think he's gonna be fine, and I think can he throw? Like I think you guys said last week, can he throw? absolutely. But I think it's going to be his character.
Yeah.
That's just going to be like in question. You know, like me and my buddy were talking last night, and like what was it? I forgot what game it was, and dude was like, they lost, and he was crying and to his mom like in the stands, and it was just like
I saw that.
You know, it was like a regular season game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just like, what? Like, bro, like what? Like, and who is it? Keenan Allen, I think he's the wide receiver for the
Bears just got him.
Yeah, the Bears just got him. You know, man, he doesn't have like that much, like, you know. So Keenan Allen's gonna be looking at him, be like,
he played with Philip Rivers back in the day.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's not fixing to put up with that, man. So
did you see him at like what was it? How was his pro day?
I don't think he threw, right? He didn't throw or nothing like that.
Keenan Allen was at like on the field.
Yes,
and he's like looking at him, like trying to get his attention, and he's just like this, walking by, looking the total opposite way.
Caleb Williams?
Yeah. Like,
oh boy,
you old man.
That's already.
No, I saw that. I don't even think bro was even. I took it as like he didn't expect him to be there.
I took it as like I seen him. I don't want to talk to him.
Yeah.
There's no way you walk straight and look like this.
The only thing I'm gonna play the devil's advocate here. He might have wanted to like avoid him to keep that out of the media, because then it's like, oh, look at him, he's already talking to the Bears wide receivers. Like, what is this? Like, you know, he's the thing. So I was gonna bring up what's gonna make or break him is his ability to overcome adversity through the media. He can play. I know he can play. I don't think it's ever gonna be a question, but the more they start talking, and Chicago is brutal, they love their sports too.
Oh, yeah.
If he has a couple bad games, can he come back from that and tune that out? If he can't, then he's gonna tank and he's gonna fail. That's the big thing. I don't know if he can. I don't think he can.
Be like a Zach Wilson ordeal almost, right? Like
almost. And I would even say Zach Wilson handled that better than Caleb would, because Zach Wilson, he had his little turbulent moments in the beginning, but Zach Wilson, he sucks, but he got dealt a bad hand. He really did.
I mean, for sure.
He's a starting quarterback. Oh, he's not. And then they put in, what's his name? Tim Boyle that threw like 5 interceptions. Bro.
Yeah, it was Tim Boyle, and then they put in
Trevor Siemian.
Yeah.
They're putting in journeymen that aren't even worthy of starting the game.
I remember we was cooking Boyle. That man had a bad college career.
He had an awful college career. He's smart. So they got him.
He somehow managed to be a quarterback.
Well, it was that Black Friday game against Miami. He threw for like 80 yards.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
I'm like, who let him start? And Zach Wilson's probably on the bench. Like
I told you it was the coach.
It's solid, yeah.
And man, that's
solid looked rough in that picture too. He had the grown out beard. It wasn't even trimmed. His eyes were baggy. Like, bro, that's the New York Zach Wilson experience.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of Caleb, did you see him last night?
Yeah, you want to talk about that?
We are not a judging podcast, but
we can't get too far into it because it's like we can't have like big topic. You saw that though, the pink phone case, the nails painted,
pink nails.
No, I saw that. I saw that at work.
I'm thinking there's lipstick involved. Like I said, I'm not judging.
He's like wearing lip.
Yeah, bro was doing the lady bop, the bad bitch bop. Yeah,
he was holding his phone like this.
Yeah,
I was like, you could see his nails.
Yeah.
Huh? Okay.
I know he like did his like that was like his thing. Like he did his like nails during like college, and it just man, I ain't trying to get you canceled.
Chicago, is that your quarterback? This is who you traded Justin Fields for.
Like, he's zesty, but that's my quarterback. I love him. That's Caleb, but he's zesty. I'm like, you deal with it. I don't know.
Yeah, so GG's Chicago.
This is crazy though. It's already had this much leg to it, and he hasn't even gone to training camp yet. He hasn't even got drafted.
Imagine
it's gonna get worse.
Imagine draft day. Draft day here will be crazy.
You brought up a good point. Imagine Keenan Allen checking him after the first or second game when Keenan Allen has no receptions. He's like, "Where's the ball?"
Yeah.
Well, how is he going to respond to that?
DJ Moore got the ball.
DJ Moore got the ball. What if DJ Moore doesn't get the ball? Cole Kmet.
Somebody got the ball.
I don't know, maybe.
The defender got the ball. He took it the other way.
Caleb loves that other team.
Yeah, bro.
That's 3 interceptions.
That's what happens when you draft a QB from the University of Spoiled Children.
Ooh.
But I digress. So, this is definitely news that I wanted to bring up. L'Jarius Sneed.
Ooh, big signing.
That brother is headed to the Titans for a 2025 third-round pick and a swap of the 2024 7th-round pick.
Titans kind of sneaky.
So
The Titans were rebuilding, and then Rand Catherine, the GM, was like, "No, we're not rebuilding anymore.
So-
Throwing money at people."
Miles, I'm sorry. The Jags, y'all got some work to do. Y'all let the worst team in the division bulk up, and now y'all looking like the worst team in the division.
That division for years has been 8-9, 8-9, 9-8, and now it's like you got the Colts with AR, then you got the Texans, obviously.
Hey, yo,
Jags are
YouTube
still-
props. I just had to throw it out
Oh
there.
yeah, Mr. Richardson,
Yeah.
quarterback
Yeah.
from Florida.
Hey, I'm all I'm saying is it's props.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, that division's gonna be loud next year.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
For no reason.
You know, it's wild because I think that like that division was like last year was like the Jags like perfect opportunity to like try to like take over that division.
Mm-hmm.
And they did like a complete flip of what they did 2 years ago, where they started off bad in 2022 and then like finished like fairly strong. So it's like everybody caught fire, and then it was like caught fire and then like just ended like horribly. And so like just like how you said, like man, like I don't think anybody expected, like we all knew CJ Stroud was good, but I don't think like he balled out last year.
A legitimate chance to beat the Ravens last year too in the playoff game. Like that wasn't a blowout. It was close.
Yeah. So, you know, and then like, you know, with AR, if he can stay healthy, you know, AR is gonna look phenomenal. I mean, he has like the tools, he has like everything.
Mm-hmm.
Him staying healthy, and I think him getting his mechanics, you know, they'll be good. And not the Titans, but the I can never think. Not the Colts. The Colts, the Jags, the Titans, and the Texans. So, you know that division I think is going to be rough.
Yeah,
like next year
it's going to be a dogfight.
It's for sure going to be a dogfight. But I think I will say I talked with my buddy, and not to get off topic with you guys, is I've asked a question. Do you guys think that like with the Jags, like I was talking with one of my buddies, if Trevor doesn't do anything next year, I'm thinking the Jags start looking for another quarterback.
I know where he was going with that.
You know, I'm like curious, like to know, like y'all, what y'all think. Like, I didn't mean to take away.
100%.
I think they have to.
Yes, you gave bro more than enough time.
You gave him good weapons.
He's still flopped.
You gave him a better team last year than he had the year before, arguably, and
that went further in the playoffs.
Yeah, and he didn't do more with it last year.
And you had probably one of the best wide receivers, and let him walk for nickels and pennies.
We can bond on that. So we got Mac Jones connected to us now, and we got Calvin Ridley. I'm sitting here like Jags patch. Oh, Titans. Oh, okay.
Oh my God!
Speaking of him, and this kind of relates to everything though. So Robert Kraft did his interviews, the owner interviews. He put him just on blast, which I didn't like.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Yeah, we didn't sign Calvin because his girlfriend wanted to stay in the South." I'm like, I wouldn't release that as public info. It's a little weird to me because like you just move on. And you're like, well, he's a great player. Good luck to him. But like he's like, no, we tried. We were gonna give him like more money than the Titans, but he wanted to, stay in the South. So
that old man, messy as hell.
He's mad. And then he started blaming. He goes, I didn't like how the documentary that they released on the Dynasty was like so negative. But whose company produced it? His company did. Yeah. I was like, bro, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
He's trying to save his ass because everyone started slandering him. Like, look at this old man trying to prop himself up and make Belichick look stupid.
Yeah.
Bro, we're messy too, but like, but no, like with the whole the whole AFC South, it's like the Titans. It looks good on paper, but are we forgetting that Will Levis is the quarterback? And I'm not trying to make that as like a joke or a slight.
Nobody forgot.
There's no guarantee.
Nobody forgot, but I wouldn't be surprised if they pull some crazy stuff and snatch a QB.
Get a QB. It's possible. It's like and he's not a bad quarterback. He showed flashes. The O-line was off last year. I get that, but like, who's to say he's not good? And like, even with the talent he has, he might just not put it together. I mean, and then you got Ridley. You're paying all this money to, and D-Hop still.
You
and you're
got
like
D-Hop, and now you got Pollard.
Yeah, and then what do you do in your QB? So I mean, that's also not a foregone conclusion.
Right. We'll definitely see.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do draft a quarterback.
So we're actually going to come back to this. because I know we'll go off on a tangent. We're actually going to switch gears.
Oh.
Big bro DE wants to preview some baseball.
Okay.
So we going to turn this over to our MLB fanatic. We going to cover some good old America's true sport in baseball.
Sad how far it's fallen.
So actually, let me pull because
Yeah.
So because I actually have baseball pulled up, anyways, because I knew we were gonna talk about it.
No.
So
Oh yeah.
Braves Phillies opening day matchup rescheduled to Friday.
Damn.
I guess they figured the weather was that bad.
I didn't see it. This is 5 hours ago, apparently.
Uh-huh.
I think Philly was home too. I think.
So what's been the deal? I gotta ask my boy. Matt. I'm gonna send you the link to this. So hopefully you might be able to hop on maybe next week, man. We can all be chatting on the chat, man. But what's going on with the Dodgers? Like that whole ordeal, I guess, like with one of their players, and like I guess he was betting on the games, like his manager was, or something like that. His interpreter, and they fired him, and now they're like they're investigating him or something like that. Y'all talk about that last week? Okay.
We didn't talk about it last week, did we? I feel like it broke after that.
We skimmed it.
We skimmed it
because we didn't have
enough.
I think it might have been the day it broke.
No, because
I
remember we talked about it, but we didn't have any information. Oh my, I'm loud as hell. I'm like, I'm right there. Yeah,
he needs the mic too. I'll just talk loud.
Yeah, it'll pick up. But we just didn't have enough information at the time, correct?
Yeah, so I mean, realistically, we really don't. He came out and made a statement, and Devin's like, "Oh, he didn't do it because he said he didn't do it." I'm like, "Well, that's what they all say."
Right.
But I do believe in this situation. He's known the interpreter for how long? Since like high school?
No.
He's known him for a while, though.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. No, look it up. No, he's known him for a while.
With Shohei.
Yeah, Shohei's an interpreter. They've been close for a while. What was it? 4.5 million. They got taken out of his account.
4.5 million.
4.5 million got taken out of Otani's account and was used to bet on games throughout all sports. And this was the interpreter doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But the fact that it was in Otani's account, they're like, how did he not know? There's a lot of money in his account, so I do believe maybe he just genuinely didn't know. But it's like, it's weird. It's weird. It's a whole weird situation. He's got it pulled up.
They've known each other for 6.5 years.
6.5 years. So still a decent amount of time.
What?
Yeah. And the fact, bro, 4.5 million. You're betting 4.5 million over like I don't know how long.
I mean, he's worth 900 million.
Wait,
That's pocket change for that, brother.
it was.
Nah, bro. You know where they come from. Every penny counts. So you know they're gonna have that transaction.
Wait, wasn't it? I might do a double back here. He was in 4.5 million in debt on his gambling debts. That's what it was. So he was 4.5 million in debt.
Oh.
And then he used Otani's account to pay that. So they're like,
he had Yakuza on him?
he might have the Yakuza. Who knows?
So the story, the first thing I heard of was that he came to Shohei and asked him to help him.
Right.
And then Shohei paid the debts off, which makes sense. But that's also illegal. You cannot do that.
Yeah.
Right.
If you're paying, because you're paying.
He
towards,
physically cannot pay towards gambling, especially with an illegal bookie. So his lawyers were like, "That did not happen. You stole money."
Yeah. They brushed it off because he could go to jail for that. Because technically, if it's your money and it's going towards a game, it doesn't matter how many people it gets passed to.
Right.
That's illegal. So they were like, "No, that didn't happen. He stole the money."
I don't think he was gambling, but I think he was maybe trying to help. And then it's a good person thing to do. Like it's your friend that you're trying to help, but it's also like it's also illegal.
Yeah, you can't do it. Yeah.
That's wild.
It's a big thing because he's the biggest name in baseball, so it's like not something like who was the basketball player? Was it Toronto? That was just betting on games. He was betting on himself.
Oh yeah.
Was it basketball?
It was basketball. The Raptors player. Yeah. Oh man, his name escapes me right now. It's been in the news too. I can't believe I forgot.
And I heard stories of like, and people watching him play, and then he'll like drain a three, and then he like gets like really sad. It's like,
No, because there were a couple games he went out one game with an eye injury because he bet it was the over on minutes played. I think the line was like 8.5, so he was like, "Oh, I have an eye injury" in like the second quarter, and he never went back in. He made on himself like $300,000 or $400,000.
I remember the football player that did that.
Football
player who bet on himself.
There were a couple. There was Jameson Williams. There was Keyshawn Booty did.
Mm-hmm.
Who was it? Raptors player.
I don't know why. Yeah, I'm throwing a blink on that.
Raptors player betting. Jonte Porter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he was all the bets were on himself, and they were all tailored. Like he's not like a notable player really, so like his lines were low. So if it was like under 5 points and he had 3, he'd be like, my ankle. Sit out the rest of the game. And then he just started making money.
Bro, what? I mean,
and they're not even hiding it. His username was probably like Porter John Terrence. Like it was probably something like,
oh my gosh, bro.
That's how they found out though. They were like, who the hell keeps betting on Jonte Porter to like these low ass props? And they looked into it and they were like, oh, it's him. He's himself. Yeah.
He didn't realize that when the NFL was cracking down on everybody.
It's not like, bro, he's getting paid enough. I'm not sure he's getting paid like, 5-10 million, but he's getting paid enough to live.
He's not getting paid. Is he was a bench player?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I had never heard of him, honestly. I'm not trying to be like...
Because from what I know, from what they pay certain players, yeah, bro was he wasn't making too much.
I would rather them bet on themselves than bet on another sport and get into $4.5 million worth of gambling debt.
I'd rather
play it smart.
I'd rather them do the opposite, bet on somebody else than themselves. But they're still gonna get bent sideways. So
it's a smart way. I don't understand.
Well, I guess Calvin Ridley sitting out wasn't enough. So hey, why not?
That was a bullshit. Yeah, I mean, but the thing with Calvin Ridley too is like not to throw like I'm not trying to be bitter, but they give a lot of money to a guy that's 30.
He's bitter.
They give a lot of money to a guy that's 30 that had the gambling issue.
Yeah.
He sat out half a year for mental health issues, which God bless him. I know he needed help with that. That's fine. But like he's only played like 3 or 4 like actual true seasons, and he's already hit the 30 mark, and you're paying him like $85 million. I mean,
Ronnie, we're gonna have to talk about your freaking age to payment ratio thing, bro, because you got an affinity. You got an affinity for people being over the age of 30 and not trying to pay them. You have a bad affinity.
I don't believe it. I really don't believe in giving big contracts to guys that are at that certain age. Fam, it doesn't work.
Fam, we gonna have to sit down. What's up?
Unless their name starts with a Tom and ends with a Brady.
I'm saying
that's a different story, bro.
No, it is not. It is not.
That's absolutely different.
How?
Because you know the level of play. You don't. If you get a guy going into his age 30 year and you give him a 6-year contract, what's he gonna be at 36?
These dudes. What?
What is Calvin really going to be at 36 not playing in the league anymore?
He had 2 seasons where he sat on his ass.
He has fresh legs, I get that, but it still doesn't take away from the fact that your body's going to break down when you're playing a position.
Do you not realize if you're not banging on your body, your body will rest and heal itself? What's up?
You're not allowed to say that.
Me?
Him.
What? I said,
whoa.
Oh, yeah. You said something. Oh, yeah.
That was an accident. The wording was an accident. I knew what I was saying, but I didn't mean to say it like that in that context. Go back and watch last week.
What in the actual hell is going on here? Hold on.
I'm just saying. I don't believe.
So you're saying at the age. So what if someone got a 6-year contract, a 5-year contract, and they're 26? There will be 31.
Yeah.
So you're saying don't pay them that last year?
No, you pay them that because they're 26. They're not 30. How many wide receivers have lasted to 34 or 35 and been productive?
As of now, none because of freaking injuries, where they've been tackled, and injuries. Yeah, I said injuries twice. Well, it's basically injuries because no one can keep a hamstring apparently these days.
there's such a big track record.
But if they're putting up high production, why wouldn't you pay them? So if you had 1,000-yard wide receiver and he was at age 30, you wouldn't pay him. You have a Keenan Allen who just put up crazy numbers. You not gonna pay him?
5 years, absolutely not. There's no way.
So what's suitable? And please don't say 3. Get out.
3 2 years guaranteed option.
What?
Yeah, why not?
Are you freaking kidding? You signed Juju.
Yeah, that was an awful signing. He had a history.
You signed Kevin Bourne.
Kendrick Bourne?
That too.
Kendrick Bourne's a different story.
You're paying these receivers.
Yeah, but Kendrick Bourne produces.
Produces what?
He's like 27. We signed him to a 3-year contract. He's going to be 31 at the end of it.
30.
Not even, he's going to be 30. I don't see the issue here. We can't let Sean be a GM. He's going to sign Calvin Ridley to a 5-year contract.
He is paid what he's owed. He put up numbers.
Can we agree then if it's going to be 5 that the number needs to be less?
Actually, no. Let's talk about baseball. We're gonna come back to this. No, because he asked for us to cover baseball.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
We're gonna cover baseball because then we're gonna get back to football. I don't want to. So because we definitely gonna. You got an affinity for not paying motherfuckers. That's why your team sucks. Because you're not paying people. You be picking up freaking. Juju, dead ass Juju. You couldn't have waited to the draft.
We could have signed Jacoby Myers over Juju, but this is it.
You could have waited towards the draft. I'm not even speaking English anymore. All right, so we got games tomorrow, right? What games are televised? I'm looking at the televised games. So we got Chicago Cubs and the Texas Rangers or Texan Rangers. Texas. All right, because I know bro was about to cook me regardless. So I wanted to.
World Series.
Yeah. So what type of weather we got in Philly to where our games postponed?
This one's in Atlanta, I think, right? Or is it in Philly?
No, it's in Philly.
I think it's Philly home opener. Yeah.
Well, the fact they canceled it like 20 hours before the game.
Rain? How bad is the rain? Come to Florida. We show you some rain.
Welcome to baseball.
Oh my god.
The rain delays are a part of it. You'll get a game that starts back at 1 a.m. because they had a 3-hour rain delay.
What? No, say site.
I swear.
Say site.
Well, sometimes they'll postpone it.
So they'll postpone it if
1 a.m. They're not going to play it.
Yeah.
Y'all got
a game that's postponed.
Well,
say site.
The games that start at like 10 though on the West Coast. It's different,
yeah,
but like for us, it'd be like
that is
1 in the morning.
crazy. Yo, that is absolutely absurd.
And then when they
baseball. Oh no, what were you gonna say? No, I was gonna say, didn't baseball now? Don't they have like not like a shot clock, but like they have a pitch clock now?
It's to speed up the game because people are like, I'm not sitting through 3 hours of.
Has it been like effective?
Yes,
like pretty effective.
They got a couple of like hour 45 games last year, which is solid.
Oh, that's solid. Yeah,
really
not
good.
for like
Yeah, we was watching games last season.
Yeah.
What is it, like 25 seconds or
Is
how
it
many?
20 or 25?
I think it's 15 for the hitters.
20 for the pitcher.
I could be.
It might be less than 20. It might be less.
I
than
think
20.
it's less. It might be 15 for the pitcher, 10 for the hitter.
Yeah. So it's like instead of, because you know how pitchers, they'll pitch and then they'll get off the mound and take the glove off and then rub their arms a little bit, stretch a little bit, and then they like are looking around like they're trying to just get the process going because like we're watching paint dry, like realistically.
Right. Right.
So yeah, it's been definitely effective for cutting down the time of the games, and I don't think anyone's complained about it.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think it's just kind of like the way it is now. Yeah.
Is the Dodgers the most not the team to beat, but will they be like the similar like the Lakers? They're
World Series favorite. They're the World Series favorite
now because of who they acquired.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just because of the star power on their team.
Right.
Anything past, I mean, if they don't win the World Series, it's a bust.
Right.
Yeah. If they don't win the World Series,
Kershaw still win?
Yeah, he came back a little
Kershaw
late. He was sitting there, and they signed him like a 1-year deal. He's like,
okay.
He's up there.
Yeah.
They picked up Kershaw they didn't pick up Kershaw in the offseason. They still have Kershaw. They picked up Tyler Glasnow from Tampa Bay. They obviously got Shohei.
Yamamoto from Japan.
Yamamoto, who gave up 5 runs in the first inning.
His first start, they paid him, what was it, $300 million? Yeah, he gave up 5 runs.
His first game jitters.
Yeah.
He'll be better.
You would hope it's first game jitters, but yeah, I mean.
He gave up 5 runs in
3 innings? 3 or 4 innings?
No, for like the whole season in Japan. It was
Oh yeah, he gave up 5.
He gave up like 5 runs.
It feels like the Dodgers are almost now turning into the Yankees almost from like back then, because it seemed like the Yankees were the ones that were getting everybody, and I just haven't seen like many people like the Yankees still have Aaron Judge, right?
Yeah, so
For now?
and
Okay.
they got Juan Soto this year in the offseason.
Okay.
So like they're still trying to stay to that level. They're always gonna be the Yankees.
Oh yeah.
But like they're not like right now. The Dodgers are like the flashy team that everyone hates because they got all the players.
Yeah,
Super
that's what
team.
I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Super team.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean the fact that there's no salary cap in baseball kind of just
That's ridiculous.
Did we talk about that last week?
no.
Yeah, you just pay a ridiculous fine.
You
And-
get taxed pretty much, I guess.
Yeah.
Or
No, I remember someone said no salary cap in football. Did we say that?
did
Yeah,
you
I said
mention
that.
someone mention that?
Yeah, I said that.
You said that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh, you did, and then I yelled at you, and I was like, "That's stupid."
Oh no,
No.
I'm sorry.
I think it'd be fun.
What?
I think it'd be fun.
I'm sorry.
That should be fun.
No,
It'd be fun
you
if
would
it's
not.
your team.
It would not be fun
If it's your
seeing the Chiefs load up.
The Chiefs aren't. I don't think they have that much money.
But you said no salary cap, so it don't matter. They just signed
The
whoever.
Chiefs technically
Well, no,
have
no,
a
no.
couple million left.
Your owner pays. So the owner pays a fuck ton of money.
Oh no,
So like the bigger teams.
you get like they get like 3 people. That's it.
Chiefs.
Yeah, they get like 3 people.
Well, it's like the Mets when they signed Verlander and Scherzer, and that was like $500,000 in contract
And then
money,
they
and it didn't work for
fucking
either of
blew
them. Yeah, they blew it. Yeah,
Damn.
$500,000,000. I mean, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. It was like $500,000,000 combined.
Word. Okay. Yeah. Nah, we're good.
Yeah.
So Dodgers is a team to beat. Glad I got my hat when I did like 2 years ago. So if hey, y'all could go back, I was wearing that junk. So don't call me no freaking bandwagon. Is it too early? Do we want to throw out World Series finals now, or we just want to wait till All-Star?
I think the Phillies are going to go this year.
Oh yeah, we got to make that run back.
I mean, I want to see the
Phillies are
Braves
gonna
get
this year.
back. I want to see the Braves get back. I don't know if they're going to win. But
Ew, get this man out of
You think the
here.
Phillies are getting past LA. I think LA's going to crumble.
I think LA's going to crumble too. I don't think they're going to make it.
I think
they're going to make the World Series.
they got to make the LeBron, not the LeBron, the Heat.
Yeah.
Like get all the way there and then you lose.
Oh, like LeBron's first year.
Yeah, in Miami.
That or
Thank you,
they-
Dirk. Yeah.
They win like 5 games.
Yeah, I think I agree. I'm not glazing Philly. I think we're gonna go back
They have a
because
good team.
this team is tough.
Arizona's good too. They just got another pickup.
Montgomery,
Montgomery from the Yankees.
Rangers. He was with the Yankees a while ago.
Was he the
Yeah,
Yankees?
most
Oh
recently.
yeah,
the
yeah,
Rangers,
yeah.
The Houston Astros.
Astros.
Are they
Lost to the Space Cadets.
Did they really?
Dunzo? Is this the last of that? No, they'll be back.
They got Jordan.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Okay.
Your Don's the.
I remember watching the Philly game and I was screaming at the TV.
Mm-hmm.
Walk him.
Mm-hmm.
Just put him on base.
Throwing crazy.
And then he hit a fucking home run.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I fucking told you.
Mm.
Good manager, dude.
Or how we feeling? How we feeling about the Tampa Bay Rays? Are they gonna be
They lost too many people. They lost their starting pitcher.
Oh,
And they
Oh,
lost.
now.
How do I put this? PG, but I mean they've kind of come back from the Wander issue. You about the Wander Franco underage
Yeah,
thing?
you remember that?
Ooh, okay, never mind.
I don't know how I put this without.
I'm sorry. My fault. My fault,
Is
gang.
he still rostered? I think he is.
No.
Is he?
No.
Oh, he gone?
Yeah, they cut
Out of there. He is out of there.
I feel bad. I don't feel bad for him technically, but I do at the same time. Like his rookie card was like $100,000. Like autograph, like 101s were crazy. Now
was
it's probably
so
worth
good.
like
He
it's worth
was-
like $100 maybe now.
Wow.
He was a good player.
It's the same thing. Like that 2021 rookie class, it was Fields, Mack, Zach Wilson. Everyone bought those cards and they were paying stupid amounts of money.
Oof.
Now look at it.
Yeah.
I can go on eBay and get a Mac Jones like autograph like patch card for like $50.
No, that joint gonna be
Yeah,
Get this away from
that
me.
joint.
yeah.
That joint gonna be 25, 55.
Yeah, that's what
Some
I'm saying.
random,
Half
some
off.
yeah. Oh, ain't no half.
Combine Trevor Lawrence and Mac Jones.
They'll put it in a lot, yeah.
75 at this point. Like,
oh no.
To go back in time, I would just start yelling at people's faces, sell it. I'd be like, no, I'm not going to sell it. You're lying. I'm like, okay, whatever.
First game starts at 3:05. These teams love starting mad early when we're all at work. Hopefully, I catch the Chicago Texas game. That's at 7:35. Oh, crap.
Philly plays
Friday. But Sweet 16 is tomorrow.
Oh. Good point. Yep.
Well, I'll have one game up. I have baseball up and then college up. Just
the Diamondbacks.
Oh,
10.
Oh, hell.
So the Red Sox game.
Oh, they're on the West Coast, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. I got to watch the home team because I'm from AZ. Now I got to tell y'all every week that I'm from there.
They're good.
Yeah.
They got one of my favorite players.
Yeah.
Corbin Carroll. I love Corbin Carroll.
Now that I know more about baseball than I did last season, I'm actually excited to watch it now.
Wait, does it?
Yeah, I'm actually excited to watch baseball now.
He's not better than Corbin.
No, I didn't say he was.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard for me to like watch it until it gets like to the playoffs.
Yeah.
But like when you're there watching it, it's actually really good.
Yep.
Like when I was watching, like I think I told you when I went to a hockey game with my cousin, it was the Flyers and the Lightning.
Yeah.
I was actually pretty dope. Like,
I can imagine watching it in person, like a hockey game.
It's gotta be we were like 3 rows like from the glass too, so that was actually like really really cool. And you know, kind of like how you guys were saying, it's like, man, like Philly, like them jokers come out. I don't care what sport it is, man. Like Philly fans, bro, them jokers come out, bro. Like they are just nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Like I gotta give it to Philadelphia, man. Whether it be the 76ers, the Flyers, the Phillies, or the Eagles, like dude,
they ride for
man. They ride for their team, man. They are true.
They do. I give you guys credit. You guys
really suck.
I like this.
I said the same thing for Boston though too. Boston,
yes.
Boston does.
Oh yeah, God forbid you say something about their fucking team, and then they want to put your head on a pike.
I don't care. It's just jokes. I know it's just jokes. I've never cared about that.
I know.
Thank you. This dude's steak cafe.
What is he talking about? I don't know.
All right. So we gonna get back on this topic. Does anybody object with this, brother, that you should not pay someone crazy cash over 30 in the NFL if they came off a 1,000-yard season, whether if they were running back, quarterback?
Whoa.
I'm sorry, running back, wide receiver.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I think I meant. I meant
because
something.
Quarterback, like you hit 30, you're going into
right.
prime sometimes. So I mean, you
got. But that's the same thing with all the other positions.
More abuse on the body. You're gonna pay a running back at 30 years old. Why did Derrick Henry only get like $14 million for 2 years?
He was clearly beat up.
But he's like 29, and he's been putting up 1,000-yard seasons for how long?
No, he hasn't. He didn't put up. He did put up 1,000 last season. He did.
It was close to it. It might have done.
What? Ain't no way. I went to the Jazz game and they let him go for like 2 yards.
Well, because they had they were trying to split with Tyjae Spears, but last year, 1,100. Year before 15.
Where? 1,100. Where? The games I saw, he was running for like 4 yards.
12 touchdowns, 1,100
Bro,
yards.
I covered the stats. This man had like 200-yard games. What the fuck? Am I watching the NFL? Ain't no way.
So why?
No, apparently not.
So him going into, he is 30 currently. He just turned 30. So why did he get such a small contract?
As I said before, because he's like.
So are we talking strictly just football or like all sports? Or are we just doing like football?
We'll do football.
We're talking about football. Different sports have different, but
true, yeah. I think it's like, so for like Ridley, I think this will be like his like last hoorah of a contract, because I mean if you're paying him sorely off of what's that?
No, I heard myself.
Oh, did you? like if you're paying Ridley sorely off of the season that he had for like Jacksonville last year, I mean, I think he got overpaid. In my opinion, I mean,
I didn't like.
did he have a good year? Yeah, but he wasn't like a.
Actually, Ronnie brought that up last week.
Really? Okay, maybe I missed.
No, he said that he felt like he was overpaid.
Yeah, like I think that he was highly overpaid because I mean, if you're gonna go Calvin Ridley like 3-4 seasons ago before he got suspended for his gambling thing,
yeah, because he had the
everything like that.
Season in Atlanta.
Yeah,
that was fine. He was like 25, 26.
Yeah, so I mean, like last year, I mean, maybe he'll do good, but I mean, like what he got this past year, but I mean, to pay somebody like you said, man, I mean, I guess it just depends on what kind of season you had, man. I mean, like a running back, 30 years old. I mean, to get that kind of money, that's kind of rough. You know what I'm saying?
We can also use running backs as an example because they don't really get paid.
Right.
Why did D-Hop not get a gigantic contract like he wanted, and he was 29?
When he was with Arizona?
No, when he was last season.
Oh, last season?
Because he thought he was going to get a big bag, and he got a 2-year, like $30 million contract because he's 30.
What did Saquon Barkley? What did he just get?
Devin, was it a 30? I think it was a 30.
3-year?
Yeah, it was a 3
year 30.
Was it 36?
And Saquon's what, 27?
Yeah.
27, 28. So I mean, like, I think that's a fair contract for him regarding like his injuries and everything like that. Because I mean, I think he needs to prove himself first.
But if I'm signing Keenan out, what's up?
37 and a half.
37 and a half.
37.75.
Okay.
Sure, it's incentive laden too.
Yeah, it was 3 years.
Okay. I mean, it was guaranteed.
I feel like it's incentive laden. There might be an option for the third.
None of it. I'm playing.
None of it.
I'm playing. No, I'm playing.
4 year.
4 year? 37 point.
Oh wait, no, that's
that was his original. That was his rookie contract, I think. Yeah, 3 year, 37 and a half. But I feel like is 21 guaranteed? I feel like I saw that somewhere. It was 21 guaranteed.
I remember I talked about it, but it didn't tell me how much he was guaranteed. I would say with a season he had, I mean, at his age, a 5 year at his age. Hold on, because let me see. Because my Dino PC don't like having a bunch of tabs open.
Can't handle the truth.
You know what I'm saying? All right, so Keenan Allen contract, 4 year, 45 mil. Oop, I'm sorry. No. Hell no.
That's what I looked at. Why that's at the top of the list? I don't know.
Yo. Hold on.
No,
because I wanna look at that contract. Why do you keep telling me what the Chargers paid this man?
$26 million at signing.
26 mil.
That could be worth up to $46.75 million.
I guess if he earns it, I mean, if he puts together like 3,000-yard seasons, then.
And that's for Saquon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Annual salary of 15.
Any options, or is it just 3 years straight up?
It says it could be worth up to 46, fully guaranteed, 26, fully guaranteed.
Okay, I found this contract. So, it was a 4 year contract worth 80 mil with 13.5 mil signing bonus.
Oh, is this Keenan or is
yeah?
Oh, when was this? What year was this then?
Now, oh no, with the Bears.
This was the Bears? Huh?
Hold up.
No, Sean. He's like 33. There's no way they paid.
Hold up. Actually, hold on. I gotta scroll. I gotta go back on NFL because
that's a lot.
Hold up.
That's a good amount of money.
Hold on.
Yeah, that's a lot.
No, because I remember they signed him for something crazy, and this was 2 weeks ago. Yes. Hold on. I gotta look for the article. I gotta check tabs. Hold on. Let's see. Chargers. No. Yo, I cannot find it.
I think he signed it in 2020.
Oh, that contract I just brought up?
Yeah, because it says he would be an unrestricted free agent in 2025. 4 years, 80 mil. So he had to have signed that in 2020.
Well, then I gotta go on the Chicago Bears website.
Yeah, because in because he'll be 32 this year.
Yeah, he's 32 in April.
Okay. So then, so he signed it back in 2020 when he was still with the Chargers.
Yo, am I slow? I can't.
5 mil base salary, 5 mil, 500,000.
Yeah, so he's entering the final year of his 4-year extension he signed in 2020.
Okay.
He's got a $5 million roster bonus. He's going to make $18 million this year, but obviously,
right,
he's going to be a free agent next year.
All right. So disregard everything I just said, but to finish out my debate, pay them if they 30, and I give them. I gotta pay him. Am I talking about 5 or 6 years? No, but if he had a productive season going into age 30, it's time to re-sign him. I gotta pay him.
So you would go 4 as the most?
Yeah.
So Calvin Ridley got too much.
You motherfucker.
Because he just signed a 5-year deal.
Fine. You know what? I will take my L and say he won. But I will be back.
Especially because he's going to be 31 in December, so going in. Yeah. Okay, wait. 4-year.
Yeah.
92 million, though. 92 million.
Hey, good production. I'm sure they got some stuff in there that if he has a down year, they can get him out of there. I just saw some crazy news. Hold up. All right, so continuing on with the NFL stuff. Brother Ronnie, are y'all gonna draft a quarterback at the number 3 spot? Because Gerard Mayo is saying that all options are still open for us.
I'm already disliking this whole dynamic because Gerard Mayo will do an interview and then he's like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna spend all the money we have," and then Robert Kraft's like, "Well, we're gonna pick the best players we can find," and he's like, "Yeah, we're not gonna spend all the money," and then Kraft said that he would hope that they could get a quarterback of the future. And then Gerard Mayo says that. So now, Gerard Mayo is going to backtrack and be like, well, yeah, if we can get a quarterback, we will. They're not on the same page. Gerard Mayo just likes to blab whatever comes out of his mouth.
So I can see why he and Bill split.
Yes.
Because there's one person wanting to do one thing, one person wanting to do another thing. And then the team fucking sucks.
I feel bad because I think Mayo's just, excited to be a coach. And I think Kraft's,
still hovering over his shoulder.
Yeah. And that's why I think Belichick lasted so long because he was just whatever you want to do, shrug it off. And that's why they were so good together.
Right.
I think they are going to draft a quarterback because, what? If you look at the teams that are successful right now, what's the one common
QB?
It's a QB, yeah. It's always a QB. If you get a good QB in the draft, you're going to be successful.
Right.
Like CJ Stroud. That team was awful.
Mm-hmm.
And they really didn't do much. They drafted Tank Dell, but they got their quarterback and went to the division round of the playoffs. So you can turn around your team in one season with a good QB. So I think they're going to draft one.
Right.
Drake May or Jaden Daniels, whoever it might be. But I don't think they're going to trade out of that pick. Honestly.
Who do you want between the two?
I want Jaden Daniels. Drake May, because even Gerard Mayo said that, which was kind of surprising. But he was like, the ceiling is as high as it can go. But what? Who, Drake May? Possibly. I don't want to. If he's the quarterback later, I'm not going to touch on it. But Josh Allen. He said that. I said, bro, oh my god. But yeah, I think Drake May is too boom or bust. I think there's too many variables to him. I like Drake. Jaden Daniels has more experience in college. more dynamic as a playmaker. I think you're not winning games in this league without a dynamic playmaker at quarterback. You got to have both. You got to have a thrower, and you got to have someone that can run.
Yeah.
So I definitely would want Drake. Or I definitely want Jaden over Drake.
Did you guys hear about Michigan quarterback?
JJ, yeah, he's just ticking up the board, which I hate.
Oh, McCarthy?
Yeah. I don't see it. I don't see it at all. He looks like Zach Wilson.
Bro, might be a sleeper.
He's a game manager.
Might be a sleeper.
He's for sure a good game manager.
He is a game manager. He is not going to go out there and throw 400 yards and 3 touchdowns. He's just never going to do it.
That's what the NFL need now. Look at
what?
I can't wait till he goes off.
Who? JJ McCarthy?
He goes off, and you would just eat those words.
Where's he going to go off at?
Top tier NFL scout here.
oh no.
JJ McCarthy's going to go off where? To Walmart?
Oh no.
To get groceries for his 3 kids?
You think he's not going to get drafted?
He's going to get drafted. He's going to be out of the league in 3 years.
No, he's not.
Bro, you are insane.
I put money on it. Bet on it.
I would put $100 that this kid is going to be on a different team in 3 years. Absolutely. That's what we shook on. This is insane. The blasphemy you are out of your mind. This kid is not going to be good.
I already know you're not a good
I gotta
scout,
clip
bro.
that.
You already know I'm not a good scout. Okay.
Mac Jones, top tier quarterback.
What did he do his rookie year? He went to the Pro Bowl.
I gotta clip
Wow,
that.
he went to the Pro Bowl. Where's he at now, Ronnie?
In a good home. He's in a good home. He's in a good home.
That man's home now.
Yeah, he's in a good home. He's close to his mom and dad.
Oh,
He needs to get out of there. I don't want him there.
I gotta
Go somewhere else, man. You gotta go to that team. I like that team.
In reality, the Patriots messed up Mac Jones. I think he's broken for good.
Yeah,
I think he's broken for good, but he had talent and they just didn't do enough for him.
I will say, I think that whoever goes to New England, it's just gonna be like it's gonna be that, you're not Brady.
It's never. I think in maybe 10 years we'll change the narrative because I think the 49ers dealt with that a little bit too with like the Montana to Steve Young. They were spoiled, and it was like Alex Smith came in. They were like, dude, who? Like, I agree with that.
That was Bill's problem.
Well, yeah, that's the problem with Bill.
Just trying to replace Tom.
Well, we all can't be like Green Bay. They haven't seen like a horrible quarter, unless Jordan Love sucks. But he's probably gonna end up winning the Super Bowl. When was the last time they had a bad quarterback? Like what, the 80s,
70s, or they were still decent back then, weren't they? Because who was their quarterback before Brett? For Favre.
Did they have Bart Starr? Bart Starr was in Bart Starr was in Green Bay, I think. Yeah. They had a skid, I think, in like the early 90s, but then they traded for Brett right away, and then they just took off.
Yeah.
I think it was who was the quarterback? Yeah, I think Bart Starr was there, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Bart Starr. They had Bart Starr, and I think he probably retired in like the beginning of the 80s, maybe late 70s. But yeah, they went from Brett from like 93 to 07, and then Aaron came in.
Yeah.
And Aaron left. Now Jordan Love, and we can all admit, we all were dogging on Jordan Love at the beginning of the season. He had some bad games. We were like, oh, this dude sucks. And then something happened like week 8. He turned it on.
Yeah, he turned it on. That man turned into like a national hero for what they did to the Cowboys. That was just like...
And you know what's crazy is I think his inexperience killed him against the 49ers in that game. He threw that pick at the end.
For sure. Yeah.
Because they realistically could have gone down the field and won that.
Yeah.
That was that. He scrambles to the right, throws across his body. It was just a bad throw. But like they had the chance to win. So yeah, I think they're locked in with Jordan Love. Yeah, they got lucky, man.
Yeah, sorry, Chicago fans.
I know they were like, finally Rodgers is gone, and then Jordan Love's like, oh, I'll come in. I'm not trying to dog on Green Bay, but like they've had like with all these quarterbacks, they've only had like 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah,
one with Brett and one with Aaron. So
2 Super Bowls, 3 Super Bowl appearances?
Yeah,
because they went twice with Rodgers, I think, right?
Yeah, and I think
they only won 1.
Yeah, and they went to how many NFC Championship games, and they would just hit a buzzsaw. But
what is with because I know like when Rodgers, like when he became the starter, Brett had like a problem with that because he thought that he could still play.
Yeah.
And so then he got traded to the Jets.
Yeah.
And so, like, I just thought it was like the weirdest thing because the Rodgers and Brett, I guess, didn't have the best relationship. But now Aaron Rodgers is over there in the Jets. I'm like, dude, you're literally almost following like Brett Favre's. Like,
he's got the Vikings contract coming up in like 2 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm just like, bro, like, what is he doing right now? Like, it's just kind of weird because like Brett, like with the Jets wasn't that good, but then he took the Vikings to the NFC Championship, right? Yeah. So it was just like. I was like, what? I'm like, dude, I swear, if he goes to the Vikings next, I'm gonna be like, bro,
what are we doing?
Yeah, like, what are y'all doing right now? Yeah. Like, this is just weird. So
Spider-Man meme.
Yeah, right, it literally is. Like, it's kind of it's a little freaky.
It is. I mean, like I said, they've got lucky with just solid quarterback play, but
yeah.
Follows history or something like that.
Huh?
That saying, like something blah 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 follows history or something like that.
You know
what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like a saying for
it. My fault. I was trying to clip that, and it took over my screen. I couldn't close out of it, so I'm like, damn. I was trying to clip that moment. bro said, go be at Walmart.
No, he's just crazy, and maybe I'm wrong.
He changed it up. We went to bet $100 on. He said, and then he'll be on a different team in 3 years. Scared.
No, I'm not scared.
That is crazy.
I'm just saying, dude, if you just watch this, if you're game managing in college, how are you supposed to game manage in the NFL when you have no experience? I don't see it.
Professional scouts are saying shit about it.
I don't see it.
Those are run heavy.
Are we all knowledgeable enough about college quarterbacks, like the big 5 or 6 right now that are going to go in the first round, possibly? I wanted to see how we rank them. So we got, in no particular order right now, Caleb, Drake May, Jaden Daniels. Then we have Bo Nix, Michael Penix, JJ McCarthy.
I got Caleb, Bo Nix, Michael Penix, in the field. Those are my top 3. Those are my top. I forgot the other 2, but those are my top 3.
Keep going.
So
let's make it easier. Who's your favorite?
That's what I was gonna say. Well, who do you think is gonna have the best career? Make it simpler.
Motherfucking Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels.
Yeah. Bro got maturity.
Yeah.
He don't paint his nails. His phone is black.
No lipstick and gloss and all.
Bro not doing the bad bitch bounce in the stands. That brother got the do-rag on. And he's standing.
My man about to start singing to all my single ladies. Like, standing on what? All right. Oh man, I think depending on where they get drafted, I would say Jaden
first.
I think Jaden probably would have the most successful one. Bo Nix. No, for sure. Bo Nix is up there. I mean, he had Joe
24.
Bo Nix. So I saw Bo Nix when he was
in Auburn,
a sophomore.
Yeah,
I think in Auburn, and that was
2019. 2019. Yeah,
that was like 2019. So he was either a freshman or he was a sophomore. And it's 2014 right now because they gave all those college kids like an extra year after the COVID
year. Yeah,
after that COVID year. So I mean, Bo Nix, she's 25.
24.
Yeah. Oh, he's 24. Yeah. So he's already like.
Yeah.
Well, no, because I think Bo Nix, Jaden, I think Jaden's like 23 or 24.
I want to say Jaden's 20. Well, because he played at AZ State before he went.
Yeah. I think he's like 23 or 24, and Michael Penix. I think this was like one of the first Heisman's where like all of them were like seniors.
Yeah.
Yeah, except like Marvin Harrison because I think he was a junior.
He declared.
He was a junior, so I think I just don't know about Penix. Like I think
he's gonna have a long career. I think he's gonna have he's gonna be longevity, but like star power, I don't know.
Yeah. Caleb, I just don't like I said if his head gets right, I think he'll be I think he'll be fine, but I just don't think his head's right now. Like, I think his head's just somewhere else, in my opinion. But I would say Jaden.
I think his head's in everywhere else except football right
now. Yeah. I think it's only gonna get worse. But who's your? Are you gonna say JJ McCarthy?
No.
Okay. It's okay. This is a safe space.
We've talked about this before. You guys know
it's a safe space.
I like Michael. I think I like Michael. I think he's a good football player. He's a dog.
He is.
He played was that the national? No, was that the national championship?
Yeah.
He played the national championship like crack ribs.
Yeah. He was all beat up. Yeah. I'm gonna echo the Jaden Daniels sentiment though. I think he's just got the tools to do it.
That brother got his head on straight. He's a winner. He won a. Oh yeah, thank you. That brother a winner. Got his head on straight.
Heisman.
Talk to him. Yeah, that brother's gonna have a good career.
Soon to be in New England.
Man, get the.
Nah.
You think you think Jaden's going to Washington? That would be awful. That'd be awful for you guys, but
I want to get some comp. Someone else can beat up on them Cowboys.
That's true.
Because New York's not going to do it.
No.
They don't have a quarterback now.
What's up?
They don't have a quarterback. They don't know who they're starting.
And apparently from a report that I don't know if it's true or not, they're not so sold on DJ no more. Yeah. Mid Jones, as I call it.
Bad time to extend. Yeah.
Weren't y'all live during that game? Wasn't that like a Thursday night game? Or was that a Sunday night game?
Oh, it might have been.
Because they had just extended him and he played like crap. Because they played the Cowboys the very first game, wasn't it? And he played horrible. Right?
It was.
DJ?
I think we were live for that. Yeah. There were a couple Thursday night games we were live for. I feel like we were live for a Daniel.
Wasn't that one or was that a Sunday night game?
No, it was a Thursday night.
It had been.
Was it? Okay. I remember because I was watching that game and I was like, man, like they may like in the Cowboys because I don't think they scored, right?
I don't think so. Yeah,
I don't think the Giants had scored. The score was like 35-0.
Thursday night game.
Yeah, y'all did like Thursday night games and like everything, man. Yeah.
What the hell? Oh my god.
Damn. Because I was just telling somebody at work. I was like, we got like something like 50-something vids up right now. Yeah, my fault. That's it. Damn, we did do Thursday night. Well, we could have did them this past season, but all the Thursday night games sucked.
Yeah,
bro, they were Rudy poo.
What?
They were Rudy poo.
we get a couple of good ones though. Like, remember the Bears and Commanders one that was like the Bears put up like 50?
Yeah.
I was like, I remember we were at Buffalo Wild Wings, and then I left, and I was like, put it on my phone. I'm like, damn, it's at 30. It was like the second quarter. Yeah.
I was dogging that game.
Yeah, we were like, oh, snooze.
It was just like, no, the snores fest.
Drake,
Washington will win.
DJ Moore got like 3 or 4 touchdowns in that game.
That brother had the most fantasy points that.
Yeah, it was like 60 something.
Yeah, but right now, I watch a fucking shitty Thursday game.
No, we all like the Hall of Fame game. I'm like, August 1st, let's go. But,
yeah.
You know, it's not gonna be.
Did you guys do that? Did you guys stream that one too? I think the Hall of Fame game was that.
We might have just had
I think we did.
Coincidence maybe or something.
One.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we did one.
Okay, I thought so. Yeah.
We did one Hall of Fame game.
Our big one that we did last year was the draft, which we'll do again this year.
I remember you guys. Are you guys doing that again this year?
Oh, okay. It's a regular.
What day that falls on?
That's a Thursday, right?
I think so. It's April 25th. Yeah.
Football's affinity for having us go live on a Thursday.
Yeah, we'll be live for that.
Yeah, we'll be live for the draft.
Because you guys are going to switch back to Thursdays when the season starts back up again, right?
Well, because I remember we said Tuesdays, but then
Tuesdays,
news breaks out literally the day after we go off the air. So then we switch to Wednesday.
Yeah.
Because like literally, like we go off the air and then we'd all be in the chat with some crazy shit that we could have talked about on the pod. Like, then we gotta go back, but we gotta wait till next week, and then it's already over.
Yeah.
So then that's why we moved to Wednesday.
That makes sense.
But I'll see this one real quick. So, realistically, Sean Payton says that the Broncos are looking to trading up. Yeah, Devin sleep.
Sleep.
Yeah, this brother's he's sleeping on me. What are the chances that the Broncos trade up first, from the 12th pick to get a QB?
How far?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yes.
So realistically, all these teams that want to trade up, like the Vikings, the Giants might want to, the Broncos.
Right.
If the Bears are not budging.
Oh, 100%.
The Commanders are definitely going to take a quarterback. They need one. And then the Patriots. So if none of those trade up, then your top 3 quarterbacks are gone. So you're left with like Bo Nix, J.J. McCarthy, Michael Penix. So like,
what, Arizona trade? Because aren't they the 4th?
Like, yeah, but I think they want Marvin.
No,
They want Marvin.
I think
got
they
it.
want Marvin
Okay.
for Kyler. So like,
so the top 4 is secure.
It should be set. Yeah.
it should be set. I mean, unless
it'll take a lot.
So like blowing up a team a lot.
like it would have to be like Denver would call New England and be like, "We'll give you 3 first-round picks."
Oh no.
Then they'd be like, at that point, I'd even be like, "Oh, you probably should take that." That's because Denver, like they might not be good, so you might be getting like top 10 picks the next 3 years.
They might just have to hold that.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know what you would trade up to get. It's really the big question. But
oh yeah, and the Chargers have the number 5 pick.
Which obviously, I think they're going to take a receiver there. You would think.
You would have to, but it's the Chargers.
Yeah.
Backup QB.
You know what's crazy though is they threw around this theory. I would 99% guarantee it's not going to happen. Obviously, Jim Harbaugh likes J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah.
He coached him.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, what if he like decided to just move Herbert?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think that would be like earth shattering.
Oh yeah,
that'd be crazy. Because I mean, like you could even look at the Patriots. Is that like at 3? I'm not even trying to like single them out, but like yeah, give them Herbert, and then we give them like an extra 2 first-round picks or something, plus that 3rd overall, and get J.J. McCarthy there. I don't know. I mean, it's something to think about, but I don't think he's that stupid. He's a good football mind. He's not going to trade Herbert.
Like Blake, but
yeah, towards the back, yeah, which they could use a running back. So
I do remember we went over last week with Brandon Ayuk maybe being available to be traded. So John Lynch came out and said that he is not available for trades. So
they got to pay him then. That's the option.
Yeah, we'll see how far that gets him.
Yeah, exactly.
Your boy Ronnie Damian Harris
Yeah.
announces retirement after 5 seasons. His brother was in the league for 5 seasons.
Mm-hmm. He lost his job to Ramondre, and then that was it.
Went to Buffalo, just
carried like it was like 15 or 20 carries, and then that was it. Yeah. Did nothing.
What a career!
Yeah, what a career.
Well, I didn't realize the 2 teams that were going to be playing in the Hall of Fame game, but it's going to be the Bears and the Texans. So it's going to be Caleb versus CJ in a 1 possession Hall of Fame game.
Yeah,
because they're going to get pulled.
They're going to come out and wave to everyone and then go
right.
Yeah.
It's good. I mean, because Texans has got a bunch of people. Bears got a bunch of people, so it'll be good.
We drool over that game too because it's like the first. It's like the start of the season,
right?
Because you're like, it's going to start kicking off,
right?
I just saw that they announced the NFL is going to have 2 Christmas games. Did they know who it is yet or not yet? Like I know they announced the teams, but like is the schedule set yet?
So
like
the schedule's been set for like the teams.
They just haven't announced
no
no
dates. Okay,
the
dates. I'm
dates.
sorry. Yeah. Okay, so no dates. Okay.
On Wednesday too.
What the fuck?
Christmas.
What?
No, it's on Tuesday. It was just on Monday.
It was on a. Wasn't it on a Sunday this past year?
Yeah, it was on Sunday. So it's
it's on a. No, it's on a Tuesday because it's a leap year.
Oh yeah, leap year.
Yeah, with leap year. Yeah.
How the hell? Yeah, it is on a Wednesday.
Word?
How did we get that? At leap 2 dates?
Wasn't it just on Sunday last year?
Yeah, it was on Sunday. Yeah, because
no, it was on a Monday.
What the?
Oh, so it leaped.
It was
to
a Monday. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
So it was Monday. Yeah.
Because I remember freaking basketball was on, and I'm like, yeah, I ain't watching that. Yeah, because they called me slipping, trying to have me watch basketball when it was football.
Yeah, because Philly was playing that day.
Come on, man. What? Come on, man.
The Celtics were on, and I was like,
man, F them Celtics.
Yeah,
football's on.
It was better than watching the freaking Lakers.
I didn't. Yeah.
Crap.
I didn't pay attention.
We gonna spare you not talk about basketball today. Yeah, we gonna spare you not talk about basketball today. So this is actually interesting news. The Jets will keep Zach Wilson if no trade materializes.
I can speak on
Not
this
taking
topic.
out to the bathroom.
Oh, not word! You was really about to have us out there. That was you know that joint would have picked up too. That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. So right. So my thing about that whole ordeal, did they really think that they were gonna get anything from him as far as a trade? Mm-hmm. Zach Wilson. So they're gonna keep him if no trade materializes. But I'm thinking to myself,
if they get more for Zach Wilson than Chicago did for Justin Fields.
I mean, but look what they got for look what y'all got for Mac Jones. Blame your GM. Y'all could have waited in the draft.
I know. I told you that.
I'm sorry, Miles. If anything, I don't got smoke for y'all. I really got smoke for Darian, but Darian not here, so it's like. But I'm not throwing it at y'all.
I still don't understand
that. Like, what was the point of that trade? Like,
I think it was more for to get him out of New England. Y'all just so happen to be willing to take that.
Yeah, but like, what? Why? Like, what was the like? You know, I think I told y'all like I'd rather them as sign Tebow at this point,
right?
And it's like a quarterback. Like you might as well.
They almost did a couple years ago.
Yeah, like well, you know, they signed him like as a tight end, but it was like you might as well like I just don't understand what the anyway like here.
I got you.
I don't get it.
Bro going through it.
Like the whole Zach Wilson ordeal, like it just I don't know, man. Like I mean, crap. At this point, Aaron Rodgers gets hurt again. I mean, who you gonna get as a backup at this point now? Like everybody's already
everybody already got their quarterback.
Yeah,
So L'Jarius Sneed's contract was a 4-year, 76.4 mil. That brother got paid.
They got him relatively cheap too for a third round. I think.
Right. Yeah, you good.
More teams could have definitely gone after that.
Right.
Good deal. But, I don't know.
And then, as you said, Ronnie, the NFL announces 2 exclusive streaming games for 2024, including 1 post game. And and then the NFL to play 2 games on Christmas, a Wednesday during the season.
They cornered that market. NBA's done.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving too.
Yeah, Thanksgiving and Christmas, and you know everyone. Like I know at like my parents' house. Yeah, like everything had football. There was like nothing, like no basketball in sight.
Right.
Which we used to watch basketball. Like I remember growing up, I'd be like, oh, Christmas Day games. I want to see the uniforms and everything in it, but like.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah. The Rams signed Tre'Davious White to a 1-year deal worth up to $10 million. This was yesterday. I saw this yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Good deal for
him. Giants head coach Brian DeBall considering taking over play calling. You made the wrong choice. You should have got a quarterback.
Would have helped. Yeah.
Maybe not pay the dude that sucks.
You know what I mean?
Maybe pay the running back.
Right.
Yeah, that would have been.
But we're not complaining.
Eagles owner Jerry Lurie compares Saquon Barkley's versatility to Shady McCoy and Brian Westbrook.
Whoa! I mean,
look at back.
Yeah, he's lived up to the fact that he's a good back, so it's not like it's like some kid you're drafting. But.
Right. Mm-hmm. And today, I saw this while I was at work. The Panthers agreed to terms with pass rusher Jadeveon Clowney to a 2-year, $20 million deal.
He's still in the league.
Clowney's weird because like he's had a really good career, but also he was picked first overall, so he didn't live up to that.
Right.
But
I mean,
he's still kicking. I guess.
Yeah, he got it going on the back end, but at the front,
like, you have like these guys who are like who've been in the league for like they retire after like 5 years, and then Clowney's been in the league for like
over a decade.
Like, 15, 16 years.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's going back home now too because he's from South Carolina.
You're right.
12 years,
yeah.
Close enough to Carolinas, but yeah.
That brother's been up here over a decade.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to that college play by him.
Big hit with the helmet against Michigan. Yeah.
Oh, that was nuts.
Yeah.
I don't know how like South Carolina when they had Marcus Lattimore, Jadeveon Clowney, and Alshon Jeffrey.
Yeah.
And how South Carolina did not win the national championship.
Wasn't Steven Garcia the quarterback?
Yes.
Yes.
Shout out Alshon.
Yes. Well, even with Georgia back then when they had Noshawn Marino, Matthew Stafford, and who's their wide receiver? AJ Green.
Oh yeah.
Like, and they couldn't win one.
They all worked in the NFL, but
it
just didn't click
in college. Like.
So the only thing I got about basketball, I was watching a little TikTok yesterday. Don't worry, it's not your team. I promise you.
I don't even care.
So this page is called the Player's Choice. I do not know how many followers they have on TikTok, but shameless plug for those who want to go and check them out because they do have some legitimate debates. So one gentleman, I do not know his name, he was talking about there is a double standard when it comes to MVP. Giannis has finished in third place over the past, I think, 2 or 3 seasons. But the same stuff that they're praising Jokic and Embiid, Giannis is doing the same thing. Now, their rebuttal is look at the teams that Giannis has been on. He had a better team last season than he does now.
Yes.
Who won the MVP?
Joel Embiid.
And who had a better team? Joel or
Joel, yeah, by far.
They had Harden, but that didn't go anywhere.
This is just like a sad response to this, but like the MVP award across the league for everyone is no longer the most valuable player as far as like elevation. It's just like I don't want to say a popularity award, but like
it's become a popularity award.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks to put it that like bluntly, but that's kind of what it is. I mean, it's not like you're like, okay, if this guy wasn't on the team, this team would suck. Like if you took Joel off that team last year, they're not.
This team sucks.
This team sucks. Yeah.
No, like no disrespect to Philly, but since Joel has been out, like.
But to be fair, there's no Harden on this team.
1 of 11. Ew. Sorry, that brother is stinking it up right now.
Was it Maxey?
No, that was Kawhi. 1 for 11.
But last year they had
word.
Last year they had Maxey and Harden though. So I mean, if you took Embiid off that team, they're probably still a playoff team.
Right.
If you took Giannis off that team, I don't think they're a playoff team.
The NBA MVP award has been like a joke. Ever since 05 and 06 when Kobe should have won it.
And Nash got it.
And Nash got it one year, and then I think he got it back-to-back years.
He did,
right? Yeah. And I think that was when Kobe's image was tarnished after the whole Denver deal.
Yeah.
You know, but like I still forever to this day, I'm just like, bro, you cannot tell me like Kobe should have won that award in 05 and 06 and you know, you didn't, and they didn't give it to him. I'm like, that was just straight up like Rob. Like you said, I mean, I guess then like Nash was popular, but the Suns were good.
They had Amari at that time.
Yeah, they had Amari at the time, and you know, I think Steve Nash was like the citizen, I guess, you know, like the perfect citizen at the
like
time.
The quiet
being
Canadian dude that was like chill and like they didn't want Kobe to ruffle the feathers.
Yeah, exactly. Because then at that point, I was just like, well, you know, man, at that point, you might as well have just given it to Tim Duncan.
Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's Tim Duncan. I think's only won one MVP.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I was like, and the Spurs teams were like phenomenal, but just like how you said, I think now it's the same. It's the same thing. I think the NBA is turning into a popularity versus a
like a basketball like league. It's just a popularity thing now,
Right.
in my opinion. I think in this point,
No,
because I agree with you. Like
Yeah.
Joel, like since he's been out, they've sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
As a
mean,
matter of fact, I forgot he was out.
Yeah.
that's
Do
how.
they have a timetable for that? I think it was like
They just said that he's likely to return at the end of the season.
And then they were actually talking
And
about
that's what, like 2 weeks?
Yeah.
right, and then they were actually talking about just closing them out for the season because of they just didn't know how long the recovery would take.
And I mean, I don't know what their seedings are. What are they, 6 or 7?
They are currently right now 6 in the East.
Okay.
Is that 8th? Ooh, good lord, yeah,
Point
that's
and laugh.
yeah, point and laugh, yeah, point and laugh for real. Yeah, I think that moving forward, the MVP will be based off of who's in the running, so not statistically based. It's Jokic, all right, he's MVP. They give him praise, but Giannis does the same thing, and nah. That's all I really have for basketball. I thought that was a good point. I thought it was a good topic to bring up.
Who do you think will be like the as far as like so here's a good one for basketball. Who do you guys think will be the next face of the league at this point? Like, I think that what's his name? Rich Paul was talking about it. Because, like, let's just be honest. LeBron, at best, is probably maybe 3 years at best, and he's going to retire. And so they're like, who's going to, like, carry the next face of the league ordeal?
I got 2 players. Jason Tatum, Victor Wembanyama.
Oh, well, Victor, yeah.
I got those 2. Because Celtics always winning. I can see him being the face. Wembanyama, for obvious reasons, but those are my 2. For
I don't think he likes the.
No, he doesn't. But they were trying to make Ja the face of the league.
Well, right, but that's what I'm saying though. Like, because I look at Wembanyama as like a
Tim Duncan.
Yeah, big fundamental kind of like
do my job, like people like. I think people don't realize, unless you are a true basketball fan, like Tim Duncan is the best power forward to like ever play the game. Mm-hmm. But nobody looked at him like that because he was never flashy. Like he was never like, he put up great numbers, but he was never like, like Hollywood. Like, he wasn't like a Kobe. He wasn't like a LeBron. Mm-hmm. He wasn't like anything like that, So, like, I don't know if Wembanyama's like, because I would say, like, even like back then, like it would be like Kawhi, but Kawhi is just playing. So it could be Jokic, but Jokic, he doesn't want it.
Jokic
like he's
would
just,
be, but
he doesn't want it. Like that man is ready to go back to his horses at the end of the season.
Yeah.
So this past face was Steph because he checked all the boxes: flashy, entertaining, likable.
Yeah.
Everybody else who we just named are top of the line performers.
Right.
They just didn't fit that face of the league look. Giannis came in. He had his 15 minutes of fame. Then they just moved on from him.
Could you argue? I mumbled under my breath. Could you argue Luka? Luka does check kind of the boxes. He's got intensity. He's a baller.
I feel like they passed on him too.
I think you are right. I feel like the window might have closed on him being the face. Like, not that he's like washed, but
it's only because he keeps getting bounced out of the playoffs.
Yes, if he would have won a chip by now, I feel like he would have been.
If they went further, all the times they've been in the playoffs, we would be on. They would never stop talking about him.
Yeah.
So I think right now the league is in limbo because I hate that they're trying to do it, but they need a face. I think that's what's going on with Shohei right now. Like in baseball, he just signed the biggest contract. They're just looking for something just to attach somebody to. That's why they keep getting into his personal life. No one cares about his personal life or what his girl looked like. But it's just the fact that he signed that big ass contract. They just need a face to attach to baseball now.
Well, it's hard with the NBA because it's like yes, you had Michael, and then when Michael was still playing, LeBron came in.
Right.
And it's like, okay, now you have LeBron, and you had Kobe at the same time.
Right.
Too. There's really no one that's playing right now that, to me, is at either of those levels.
No, to me, it's nobody.
It's a different game, but yeah, it's.
I think if Ja didn't have the troubles he had, it would have been him because we never stopped hearing about Ja.
Yeah.
It was Ja this, Ja that. Ja tried to poster everybody every game, and then he had troubles off the court.
I could see kind of a wild card. It depends on how he projects, but I could see Shea getting up there.
What's good, bro?
And the Shohei thing is like a little different.
Mm-hmm.
Shohei is like a 1 in a million talent.
Right.
Yeah.
Throws 100-mile-an-hour fastball and then can hit,
30, 40 home runs.
30, 40 home runs in a season.
No, I may just be ignorant because I'm still trying to get into baseball, but is it only now that they're talking about him because he signed to the Dodgers?
No. This was like the icing on top. Like he's been talked about.
Okay.
Yeah. He just was stuck on a bad team.
Right.
Which had Mike Trout too, but
because I remember Mike Trout, and then I remember Aaron Judge. He was up there for a minute, and then I don't know, injuries maybe.
It was Mike and then Bryce when they were
right,
in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Judge, Tatis was kind of getting up there.
Right.
Maybe I'm just like way overthinking this. I feel like there's like besides the NFL, Mahomes is their boy.
You're not
overthinking it, but like I just feel like there's just such like a flux right now with all sports. Like, who is the face of these leagues?
Because they're just trying to keep it fresh, keep it like attract more viewers.
Yeah.
So you can't keep bringing up the same face. You'll need somebody new.
We have a whole level playing field in basketball of super talented guys,
right?
But no one is like. Here.
Dame had his time.
He did. Yeah. Then Portland, they couldn't get over the hump. It's the same thing.
Right.
They kept getting bounced.
Steph had his time. The Splash Bros had their time.
CP3 had a little bit of a wave. They couldn't get over the hump.
He had his time. I'm trying to think. AD had his time, but he wasn't the face. He was just a big name.
They were waiting for Zion. Zion never materialized.
He flopped.
Injuries. Yeah.
As I said, Ja. Yeah. I'm thinking because I know you said Shea. Give it a couple more years.
That's what I said. It's not time yet, but let's say because this OKC team is good,
right? If
they can make a deep run, I don't think they're going to get to the finals, but like let's say Western Conference Finals against Jokic to go Game 7 or something, I could see
he'll be in a lot more commercials than he is now.
Yeah,
so he'll definitely be.
He's already doing the GQ spots. He's already big into fashion, all that stuff. So I could see him taking a little bit of a leap in the next couple of years.
Right.
Yeah,
they didn't want to make Jokic because he obviously came out and said he's not like that, and then they don't. I don't think Jamal fits their look is what they're looking for with because it's always Jokic and then everybody else.
Yeah, Jamal Murray doesn't get enough credit for what he does in that.
Correct, team, even though and it's crazy because I saw a stat he only had one All-Star game.
Yeah,
but then look at the stuff that he's been doing
consistently too. Like he's never fallen off. He's had some injuries, but like he's been.
Right,
a consistent baller. So I don't.
I know Jimmy Butler's still in the league, but he had his time. If
Peter tanking right now, so
if Ben Simmons would have worked out, then he probably would have been the face. KD had his time. Kyrie had his time. So now we're still getting over that transition of OG NBA players and then new players, but no one's really meeting what the NBA is looking for.
I think you mentioned Tatum. I think Tatum would have won that the finals against.
Golden State.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That was it. Like to beat like the unstoppable force. Yeah, they would have shot into the moon. But
definitely.
That's another thing they said this year. Like the Celtics don't win. I feel like I'm not saying their window's closed, but this feels like this should be their year.
If they don't win, they're just like you guys will just be an afterthought. Yeah. You could be first in the East every season.
I won't even pay attention. I won't pay attention.
Yeah, and then it'll be like, oh, they'll just lose in the finals
because this East is not. At least on paper, not tough enough to me to compete. I mean, they're going to get to the finals.
Right.
They should. And, like, they might run into Jokic or, OKC if they get there on a Cinderella run. But, yeah, if they don't win, you're right. I think they're just going to be like, well, the Celtics are going to choke.
Exactly.
It's like the Bruins season last year.
Yeah, the Bruins had the best record ever bounced in the first round.
Right.
Against the 8th seed.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the same thing with the Celtics. They could have gone to the finals last year. They got bounced by an 8th seeded play-in team.
Right.
So yeah, it's kind of boomer bust because eventually they're just going to get brushed aside.
Mm-hmm. So I'd say maybe give it a couple more seasons just so they could get some new draftees or maybe people who are,
I actually do have a question here really quick, and it's actually perfect because what's on TV right now, like, do you guys think they're pushing women's basketball more than what they've ever done before, like recently?
I'd say college more than pro.
Yeah.
Because
Because
with Angel Reese and then
Caitlin Clark.
No, what's the other shorty name? Vander Shorty, that blonde girl that played at that she just signed. She just played her first season with LSU.
Yeah,
I forget.
Yeah, I know.
I forget shorty name. Honestly,
old girl from USC,
yeah.
What's her name?
Yeah. So I think women's college basketball is getting a lot more traction because now it's actually exciting. Caitlin Clark brought it to the forefront with her performance. Then LSU became a low-key a powerhouse. They were making moves because, they're seeing success.
Right.
So I think, to me, it's been positive. I don't think that they're pushing it like, oh my God, y'all need to start watching this.
Yeah.
But it finally became competitive. To me.
To go back to their whole faces thing with the league.
Yeah.
They have faces now.
Right.
Caitlin Clark is the face of
she's getting as much traction
basketball
as anyone in the NBA.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, see, and that's my thing too, because I'm like, with like college sports and especially like with like women's, I'm like, what about like the Maya Moores, the Candace Parkers, the AJ Wilsons, the Ella Della, like, all these women were good in college. Like UConn, when they went on that run,
Taurasi,
when they were, Diana Taurasi, like when they won like 3 straight like national championships.
Ariana was just going stupid.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And so now it's like Dawn Staley or it's like Kim Mulkey with, even Brittany Griner. Like she was a beast at Baylor in college. So like, I don't know, like to me wise, I'm just like, I feel like the women's game has always been good. But, now I agree with you. Now, like with Caitlin Clark, with Angel Reese, like with all of them, it's like exciting. But I'm just like, it was exciting in my opinion, like 6 or 7 years ago. Because when you look at it, I mean, like, let's just be honest, people didn't care about the women's March Madness. Like it was always about the men's. Like it was always kind of like pushed to the back front. But I remember like all these names that are in the WNBA right now, and I'm like, oh man, like these things were like just in the All-Star game they had. Who was it? They had Steph versus not Caitlin.
It was the other girl.
What's her name? Yeah, Sabrina. Yeah, Sabrina was like killing it at Oregon. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like I wouldn't say like an agenda is being pushed, but I'm like, the women's game has always been like fairly decent in my opinion. But I'm like wondering, like if they're just trying to push it to be as popular like as the men game, and I'm just curious because they know LeBron is getting ready to be, he doesn't have that many years left, and they're still trying to find like who that face can be. So hey man, like we're about to send all these great women into the WNBA until they can find that person who can replace LeBron as the face of the league.
Right.
Which that's the problem too, is like I feel like it just hits a buzzsaw. Like once they leave college, no one talks about the WNBA.
Right.
We talk about college a lot. Like Caitlin Clark, she's getting all this press. She's going to get drafted first overall. We're not even going to know what day the draft is.
That's what happened with Skylar Diggins.
Yeah, Skylar Diggins. Yeah.
Oh, girl.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, I mean,
that's my move. But like she never, like honestly, like you don't hear nothing. Like when is the women's draft?
I don't know. I don't even know who's picking first.
I can't even name you a team. Like
who's picking first? Like like I remember back then with what are the two sisters? China and
the blonde,
the twins. Yeah, the two black twins. China and Nig. I don't even know how you pronounce her name, but yeah, like I mean, I thought they were always like like good. But I know one of them is doing commentary on Inside NBA, ESPN, NBA on ESPN.
Yeah.
and I'm not sure. I think the other one is still like hooping, but I think they still hoop. But I'm like, they were still like pretty decent. So I'm just curious. I don't know.
Right.
No,
yeah. To me, from what I've seen, I think it's more talent. I don't think it's an agenda being pushed. I think they finally just like got over their small drought of just nobody watching to them finally getting talent.
Way more publicity too.
That too.
And Caitlin Clark, like, it's just crazy. Like, I feel like she's probably one of the better college players, women's wise, that's come out in a while. And you've brought up a lot of good players, but like, she is like consistently
the best.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Breaking records and everything. So,
can she be consistent like after she gets out? Like once she gets, like you said, in the WNBA.
That's a good question. So she can keep eyes on the product because that's what they're going for.
Yeah.
But,
I think she's gonna be the face of the WNBA. Like, and they're trying to push her to be the face. They
need to market it right. Make sure we know when the draft is. Make sure we know who's getting. Yeah, 100%. All that. Yeah.
Facts. That is actually all I had. I don't want to end it short, but yeah, we are definitely over the 2-hour mark. It's all good though. No, it's totally fine. We definitely appreciate everybody coming through. Had a very good turnaround. So for the poll, because I'm just gonna go ahead and end the poll. We had 57% of voters voted that Tim Tebow was the best college quarterback out of the list. Second was Cam. Third was Vince, and nobody voted for nobody voted for Johnny at all, bro. Nobody was kicking it with the boy. Nobody. Yeah, they left Johnny football out of there. Yeah, they left. They left Brody out.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, man, Johnny, man, I hope you get in the. Man, you ever watch this, man? I was rooting for you, man. Still rooting for you, dog.
Hope you're doing good.
Hey, yeah, I hope you're doing good.
So I don't want to say. Actually, I'll say it off the pod because there could be a potential. I'll definitely tell you after the pod. Oh no! It has nothing to do with him. I don't got nothing to do with him, but it does have some former Super Bowl champ that Ronnie knows.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna disclose it out after the pod. Yeah. We definitely appreciate you. We definitely appreciate y'all for coming through the pod, man. Appreciate y'all so much. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for chatting with us. Miles, appreciate you tuning in and finally being on the pod.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all letting me on, man. I'm gonna try to get on much more, man.
Oh no, hey,
baby life, man. But
absolutely.
Oh yeah. No, I appreciate you pulling up, bro. We definitely appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Much love to y'all. We will be back next week at our regular scheduled programming. Till then, it's the crew, and we are out of here.